I don't think it gets much better than that there.
It does not.
No.
Smooth as.
What can I say?
Yeah. Jazz.
What can I
jazz.
say but old
Jazz.
dogs, new cantrips. Welcome everyone to the first episode of the Fireside Fables.
It's happening, y'all.
I'm gonna stretch and get this all, I don't know, get it out of my system. But holy crap, we have taken the Nominal Tales from its ashes and created something entirely new. Welcome.
Campfire.
We are so glad that you've decided to join us here at the Fireside. We are but a few humble idiots that are excited to play a game, tell a wicked awesome story, and hopefully make some friends along the way.
Amen.
So thank you for being here. This is awesome. We are going to be playing D&D, 5th edition. It is going to be set in my homebrew world, Telosia. If you know anything about the Nominal Tales, then you are already somewhat familiar with this setting. However, we are going to be in a brand new continent. You do not need to know anything from that story to be able to dive right into this one and to get lost in the action, the drama, the suspense, the narrative. And we're so glad you're here. So thanks for joining us as we begin the very first session of the Fireside Fables. Welcome, friend. All right. Let's do a quick round of introductions, just of us players here. That way everyone can kind of get to know some names and some faces. I suppose I can start. My name is Brendan or Bodie Davison, depending on where in the country you are, because that's a thing. And I will be the Dungeon Master and Dungeon Master Game Master of the Fireside Fables. Super excited to be here. Longtime D&D fanatic, fan, player, and forever DM. So thank you very much for joining us. We will, I don't know, is there really much rhyme or reason to how we go from here? Or maybe we
Not much. It's fresh out the gate. So
Jared,
Well,
you
take
spoke
it away
up
then.
first, so
Yeah.
it's yours.
Yep.
okay. I'm Jared. Hi.
Hi, Jared.
Hi, Jared.
I'm here to make some bad choices.
Oh, no.
It's true. And just so you know, he regrets nothing.
Nothing.
Not a bit.
No shame.
I'm Andrew, longtime friend of several of these people. I'm going to be playing some very fun character. That's a great
No,
way
it
to
works.
say that.
Yeah. Our grammar is really well.
We're doing great.
Yes.
But yeah, some of you guys may know me from Nominal Tales as the host of Nominal Talks. But this time I get to play and some of the other characters I guested as during that. So
Up to the big leagues, baby.
That's right.
You go.
promoted.
Permanent cast member.
Promoted!
Beautiful. I feel the passion. It stirreth within me.
Yeah.
Moving right along, who do we got next?
Nobody.
I'm pointing at Jeff. I don't know
Not
if you
everyone
know.
at once.
Your screen is like you're just doing this.
Okay, I'm going next.
Jeff, are
Adam,
you
I'm
here?
above you in the,
You're-
in the
okay, so
screen.
Jeff-
Yes,
Jeff
yes,
is
right.
pointing at- yeah.
Technically, you're pointing at them.
Yes,
I
you're pointing at-
mean, that's fair. If they're watching on YouTube or Twitch,
Yeah.
I mean, or whatever all we're posting this on. If they're
Yeah.
listening on Spotify or iTunes podcast, then they can't see me. So
Yeah, you didn't
It's
get the
true.
joke.
No,
That's right.
not at
Yeah.
all. You're looking. You're not even looking. You're just going, wow, this is not great. I don't know why I'm listening to this.
But, yeah, me either. But my name is Jeff. I'm a longtime friend of a lot of these people, and it's new friends of a couple of them, and that's nice too. And yeah, I knew Brendan. I've known his parents, so I know, we go back a long way. So
Yeah, long way.
It's
Yeah.
fun. So glad to be here.
Awesome.
I guess I'll go next. I'm Adam. I'm one of the new guys here. Never done any kind of long-term D&D type stuff. So this
His
is
first campaign, y'all.
Yes,
Very
yes,
good.
it is.
Very good.
So
Oh, yeah.
I've dabbled a little bit. I've stood in for friends in a game or two over the years a few times, but that's like it, man. I'm so stoked. This is gonna be a blast, though. Big fan of Nominal Tales. Almost through. I'm on episode 70, so I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're getting close.
Getting close. Yeah.
But looking forward to being part of Fireside Fables. It's gonna be great. It'll be awesome.
I'm Cody, and I am
Hi, Cody.
also one of the new ones. First real experience with D&D, and I'm loving it so far.
Good.
Well,
I'm
we love
just
you,
super
Cody.
excited to be here.
That's about to
I'm
say, we
excited
love
to
you
be
in
here.
it.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're about
we
to. We're here to hold your hand as we go through this garbage fire of whatever is about to happen.
Well, in our D&D
Oh.
tests, I tell you what, Cody and Adam are both awesome, and they've been
Yes,
very
they are.
good, very exciting. So
Yes, they are.
Like a
And
fish
then-
in the water.
Yeah, you will notice there is one additional person here. I don't know if he's to
Yeah.
my right currently, but this is our very first fireside guest, Gunner Day. Gunner, welcome. Thank you for
Yay.
joining.
Hi,
our
Gunner.
official
Thanks for
live
having me.
Fireside Fables. Gunner
Yeah.
is a friend of mine. He was an assistant to me when I was doing youth pastoring in Southern Indiana, and he's been my longest standing dungeon master whenever I've had a chance to play. So I wanted to bring him along to help us kick off this auspicious moment in history. And yeah, now he's forever locked in as guest card slot number 1, I guess, but we are enthused and couldn't be happier that he is joining us. So he'll be here with this first episode. And there is one more that you will not see tonight. Unfortunately, our master of chuckle mustering, assistant
Yes.
to the DM, Sean, is not feeling well, and he will be demoted as a result of this. Only
You
only
missed
briefly.
episode 1, man. You know,
Only briefly. He will be promoted back to that role very quickly.
Oh.
It actually just happened. So really,
After
quite
he
incredible.
does some retraining and
Yeah.
goes to a seminar.
Right now, he's only a
reprogramming.
journeyman of chuckle mustering.
Journeyman of chuckle mustering. Yes,
Yeah.
I like it. But we are excited that Sean is with us too. Yeah, this is quite the endeavor here, gentlemen.
Feel better,
I could
buddy.
Not be. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I could not be happier with what we've managed to scrounge together here to launch into this next business venture, this next storytelling escapade, and I think we have covered
kerfuffle.
all aspects of this, gentlemen. So without any further ado, I say we launch the Fireside Fables. What do you think?
Let's do this.
All right. Very well. Then let it begin. Unconquerable. This is the claim of the inhabitants of the Freerheim, a continent full of culture, power, tall mountains, vast seas, dense forests, and numerous cities. In the Northlands lie the lands of Finyoska, a hardy and unruly people that value a tradition of strength, where might is made, and those worthy of respect are those that can claim it. Life is lived for clan and survival. To its east lies the mysterious peoples of Mayekta, believed to be barbarous and savage beyond compare. Most simply avoid the cold jungles of the northeast, leaving them to their dangerous denizens. Moving southward along the coast from here leads to the eastern central lands of Eobairn, a seafaring, culturally captivating people with a love of horse breeding, riding, dark coffees, and late-night feasts. This is a rich and proud people indeed, boasting the largest navy in the continent, and many make a great living abroad Eobairnese ships. Further south along the east coast takes us to the feudal daimyos of Shuwei, a land of stillness, honor, sharp blades, and sharper wits. These industrious people know the value of hard work and can think of few honors greater than laying down their lives for family and country. Traveling westward from there along the southern coast and seas brings myriad city-states and eventually the fast uprising Republic of Dolorain, a place of politics, military, citizenship, and conquest. A history embroiled with familial turmoil and conflict, these people of Dolorain hunger for glory and riches and fame. Many believe that this has led to their current state of moral decay and corruption, whereas others believe this to be the greatest nation to claim borders within the lands of the Freerheim. Which leads us now to the centralmost lands in all the continent, Seike, which is where we now zoom in. Infinite. The beautiful landscape of sky-reaching grasses seem to the naked eye to stretch on without end, betraying the presence of every breeze, each one rippling and undulating in a kind of dance. But do not be lulled into a false sense of security by this beauty, for the plains of Seike are as treacherous as they are lovely. The windswept plains belong to two warring peoples, the mysteriously relocated tribes, invaders, as well as those who managed to reach the city walls capable of repelling the savages that displaced and scattered a once thriving civilized nation. It is rumored recently that one of the four tribes has successfully sacked one of the cities of the Sikaean League, and tensions are at an all-time high among the peoples. Which leads us to the westernmost reaches of this land, to the city outskirts of Kywind. We note 7 figures trotting heavily, all of various sizes and ages, each and every moment and movement clearly coming from a place of exhaustion and overworked muscles. The first individual is a man with white hair, slightly blemished and acid-singed armor, and a great sword strapped to his back. And he carries a young boy who is currently sitting atop his shoulders, looking half asleep. Andrew, how else would you like to add to your character's description as the camera pans and zooms in on him?
Yeah, so white hair, it would be the first thing that most people would take out of him, and then contrasted with some very well-tanned skin and 2 very blue eyes. He's sitting around 6'2". The great sword was already mentioned, but he also has a rapier belted at his waist, wrapped up. Not in any position to be drawn or any way. And then the other aspects of him is you can tell that his armor was of at one point very high quality, but it has seen a lot of use over the last several months. And just general look on him, you can tell he's been on the road for a while now.
He looks up towards a slender humanoid figure with sharp features, blonde hair, and very pointy ears that aim skyward at the tip. Jeff, are there any other physical description points you would like to give your character as the white-haired male looks over in your direction?
Well, he's also pretty tall, and he's clearly an elf. And he has the light golden hair of an elf, but like his companion, he looks very weary. You see a bow over his back and some short swords, but he's got a old cloak which looks very strange, but weather worn. Strange because it doesn't look like he's wearing it right, but he's also walking with a small girl and a lady, and trying to encourage them and keep them going. But another traveler.
Indeed. He looks toward the eldest female that he travels with currently, his former secretary and good friend, Julia Lynn, who is the mother of the boy that currently sits atop the white-haired man's shoulders, and also whose teenage daughter is leaning into her mother. Each step is a bigger burden than the one she just took. She is tear-streaked and obviously wants no one to be looking at her. And so as the elf notices this and quickly looks away, he makes eye contact with a man with significantly duller features than he possesses, but elven nonetheless. He looks dirty, downtrodden, and yet still scans the horizon with his trained eyes. Cody, what other physical descriptors do you wish to give for your character?
Mainly, it's just that he is, while he's still relatively tall, he tries to not stand out, minimize his profile, as it were, and he dresses very plainly. Nothing showy or flashy about his outfit or demeanor. Just trying to blend in and lay low. But as of right now, he's also very road weary and very world weary as well.
Indeed. And finally, the view shifts to the rear guard of these refugees, to a dark-skinned man. Gunnar, what other physical descriptors do you wish to give for your character?
The human that will take up the rear is about average height, but very long and athletically built. He looks more weary from mental exhaustion than anything else. The ghost that he's trying to work out in his own mind as much as he is with these new companions, but he, like his friends, are ever looking for threats, but it looks like he's got his mind set on other things more than just the survival they're on. But he's tall, he's thin, he carries light. The only thing that is notable that's on him is this long curved sword, but other than that, he travels light and moves lighter. And he always looks like he's analyzing any sort of threat and potential escape route should he need one.
Good to know. All right. Well, in that case, as the wind whips each of you round your face, all of you instinctively lift it skyward. Then your eyes glimpse now, just ahead, the magnificence of the immense walls of Kywind. A 50-foot tall bastion, 12 feet thick and manned by numerous men whose armors gleam even in the distance. It is a welcome sight. The most welcome sight, in fact, that you've had within the last 6 weeks. Truly. You hear the collective sigh of relief from the woman, her teenage daughter, and the young boy, 8 maybe, that sits atop the white-haired man's shoulders. Julia Lynn, the elder woman, leans into the elf and says, "Can't believe we've made it. Thank you so much." And you see, you can hear the break, the emotional break in her voice. And she just leans in. You instinctively put your arm around her and give her a squeeze. "Thank you, Timaeus."
Thank you. You were of great service. I'm so proud of you and your children. It's been hard.
We all made it. Together. All of us.
She nods and smiles. You can see she's trying to hold back tears.
See if we can find some lodging.
Indeed.
And again, until we know what's going on, we probably should continue using our aliases. At least Cal and I.
Yeah.
Julia, Lynn, until we know more.
I agree.
Okay. Very well.
And I straighten my robe and make sure none of the inner lining is showing. So, because it's inside out. So.
Very good. Well, the group quickly is able to make their way up to the walls, and as you get ever closer, the immense power that this wall is, it's a statement, definitely. But within the statement that it is, you feel this sense of peace. And the group begins to move towards the large gate that is there. And you can see now all of the different guards posted towards the top of the wall, crossbows at the ready. And you can see now the guards also behind the steel portcullis. And as you approach, one of them shouts out, Who goes there? State your business.
Just we're refugees seeking some asylum and a place to stay for the night and work.
Refugees from where? What is your story?
We came all the way from Corinth.
Corinth.
It has
Traveled a
fallen.
long way. You see the immediate shock in the guard's face. Corinth has fallen. You see his eyes kind of dart and look past. Is that Zeminde tribeman with you?
He's a friend. Trust me.
Try hiding behind someone else a little bit bigger than me, but obviously failing a bit.
You vouch for him, stranger.
I would. He saved my life numerous times. Turned him on the people at the time to save our lives and get several hundred other refugees that are no longer with us that stayed in various cities along our journey here.
Roll a persuasion check.
First roll,
Guys, first roll of the campaign, and it's Andrew.
Oh no!
No pressure,
Let's
buddy.
do that.
Really good for us. That's gonna be an 18.
There
Nice.
you go.
Nice.
Not bad.
Nice.
We chose one that I'm good at.
You chose to act with the skill that you're good at.
Mhm.
So, that being said, the guard takes a moment and he says, "On your head be it. I'm tying your name to his. If something happens, you're both held liably responsible."
I will stake my head gladly for him.
Very well. I accept your claim of asylum. Open the first gate. And you can see now the portcullis is raised. You hear the clattering of the chains as it is raised slowly, and all 7 of you are brought forward. And at that point, it is let go and slams back to the earth right behind you. A door is opened from the side, and in comes the guard with 4 other guards next to him, and he says, "Terribly sorry. The hell that you must have gone through, traveling all this way from the city of Corinth. Good for you."
Take the kid off my shoulders and.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
We are weary.
It's-
Would you advise us a place to go?
We still have a little bit of coin. We're not going to be vagrants.
Right.
Excellent. In that case, if you're looking for places to stay, you'd actually, it looks like you have very few supplies.
Mhm.
It's been a long 2 months.
Indeed, if I may be so bold, I think that heading towards the Duskfair might be a solid opportunity for you to at least replenish some of your supplies.
Is that like what side of the city is that on?
So you are currently down in the valley, and as you were looking up, you could see a lot of the cliff. He says it's pretty close to here.
Okay.
Is this your first time in Kywind?
This is my first time for sure.
And any of the rest of you been here before?
No, sir.
No.
No? Very well. You'll note some of the intricacies of our beautiful city. This place, when it was built and established, we decided to name things. Well, some decided to name things in what they thought to be a clever fashion, and it stuck. And as such, obviously, with the way dawn and dusk work, the city that dawn first reaches is called the Dawn Side, and that is, of course, the western side of the city. So they will, if you hear people talking about being Dawn Side, it means that they are up above the valley on the top of the cliffs, in the part of the city up there. And as the sun progresses through the sky, dusk takes place on the east. So if you are dusk side within the city, you are in the east. And most things are aptly named as such. So Duskfair is within the dusk side of the city. You're not too far from it now.
Awesome.
Anyway, I just recommend that for at least getting the things that you're going to need for wherever you might find places here in this city. There are countless taverns. Just keep your nose clean. Stay away from the farming
course.
districts until you've been properly vetted. We'll be in touch. But I will need names. Terribly sorry, not trying to be intrusive.
Yeah, my name
My
is
name is
Cal.
Arlen Fair.
Arlen Fair, thank you.
I'm Cal Trevelyan.
Cal Trevelyan. Who's next?
Yes, I'm Chilburn DeMarcus.
Spell that for me. He has you. Spell it out.
CHILBURN.
Very well.
DEMARCUS.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You, Miss? Oh, yes. My name is Maya. This is Ruby and little Armand here. And he writes them down. Surname? No. Not anymore. Very well.
You all
And
have
then
two
he-
names.
He looks now at the Zaminde, dark-skinned tribeman. Your name?
He hesitates slightly, but finally just kind of looks to his group. Fenris.
Fenris.
Rebel.
Interesting. Very well. I will pass these along to the guards. Please check in. We will try to verify your story of Corinth, and that will tell us whether or not we can fully open up the rest of the city to you. The walls are not
Understood.
just exterior, but interior as well. Each district is walled off, and aptly so.
Well, I just watched a giant toad jump over the walls of Corinth, so
Fascinating. Perhaps we should schedule or arrange an opportunity to learn what it is that you know. Might help us to better prepare for preventing
more
such
than
things in the
willing.
future.
yeah. It's,
Very well.
I wouldn't be surprised that you hadn't heard of it yet, as we've been running ever since. So this is honestly probably the first place that we're going to be able to sit down for more than a day.
Well, come on in. Take a load off.
Alrighty. Appreciate it. Thank you for letting us in.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your assistance.
Sure, I appreciate your compliance. It has made our job rather easy. Thank you.
Alright.
Yeah, he then motions towards the other guards, and they then step to the sides. Raise the second gate, and you hear a second portcullis raise behind. This one was it seems like there's some sort of black screen there on that inside the interior, and as it raises, you now can see into the city beyond, and begin to step into the town itself. There is beautiful hustle and bustle on this 15th day of the month of Asuni, the third month of the year. Spring is quickly approaching. You can hear the sound of carts being pulled by animals, small children running, playing. You know that this moment, the peace, one that you have not felt in 2 months. Maybe it's short-lived, but maybe it's not. This could be a good place to lay down roots. You can certainly see Julia Lynn thinking along the same thoughts, the same lines to Myas, as she holds her daughter's hand and squeezes it. And her daughter just places her head on Julia Lynn's shoulder, looking out into the
beautiful.
city. You see tears begin to well, and she takes her thumb and moves them along the bottom of her eye, and it's just innocence. Peace. Like they're not scared. She looks over at you. I think we've made it. I feel like we've arrived.
We have to set down some roots, but we'll make it.
Yeah, we will make this a place to where you do not have to be scared.
She smiles.
let's find some lodging. I'm tired. I think we all could use with a bath.
Yes, but I have no supplies or materials to bathe with, so I am totally in favor of heading to the markets.
Yeah, let's get our supplies and then let's find.
That's a good point. It's a very good point. I need a new robe.
Sorry.
Yes.
I need
Sorry,
a new
that
life.
one looks pretty rough.
Oh.
Ambassador, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, please. Julia Lynn, Maya. Sorry, we're both having
Understand. Yes,
Yeah.
your point is well made.
Oh man!
right,
All right,
so-
to the markets.
Yeah, so we
markets,
imagine it's
yeah.
along the main road here as we're going, right? Is
Sure.
there like a fork, or we just keep going?
Well, so certainly with the districts that you have wandered into, it's pretty vast, and you begin to ask around, and people are pointing you further in towards the city, and they say it's just one district beyond. Shouldn't be a problem. They'll let you right through. All have access to the Duskfair. It's awesome. You get the tourist loving people that are just they're hyped about their city, and maybe they've never been anywhere else, but yeah.
That's fair.
Very cool.
Awesome.
On our way,
On our
I
way. Yeah.
clocked
Okay.
pretty quickly that the guards were side-eyeing me a bit. Do I feel that the civilians
Oh,
are doing
people
the
are
same?
people are giving you some looks. That's the God's honest truth.
Get you a
I-
cloak too.
If I try to shrink a little bit and just kind of hang close to the people I've now grown fairly comfortable with, but now I'm seeking
Sure.
asylum with them.
Sure,
Very
makes sense.
uncomfortable in the-
I'll
in the
close it.
city
I'll
setting.
close in rings to where Fenris isn't the one that's on the exterior of the
Outside,
group,
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
he's kind of surrounded by people.
Obviously very uncomfortable in a city setting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Very good.
Yeah. Anything interesting as we walk along?
Well, it depends on if you're walking a lonely road or not. So,
Do I have to sing? Do I have to sing?
no, you don't have to.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
That'll be copyrighted.
Yes, that might be a problem.
Probably,
Yes, okay.
yeah. Old habits, they die hard.
Yes.
So continuing on through the district, eventually you do reach the gate into the Duskfair, and the guards corroborate your story, and you are allowed to pass through. And as soon as you do, you see as the gates open, a vast market bazaar, and all of a sudden the excitement begins to build as you can hear people calling midday for the local food and fruits that are being brought out, cooked meats. But there are plenty of people that are peddling wares. Absolutely beautiful. And that is then when the camera focus shifts, turning westward into the bazaar, and flies quickly over to another point where we see now 4 individuals that are making their way into the bazaar from the other side. The tallest of whom, and easiest to point out, is a man wearing slightly purpled robes with long, straight, black, dark hair. Jared, do you wish to give any other physical descriptor to your character as he is entering the scene?
Yeah. So he's probably about 6'1", somewhere around there. Not tall, taller than most, but not huge. He's got this. His hair is well groomed. You can tell he took time to clean it. His beard is really well groomed and oiled as well. His eyes are bright, and even though they're a darker color, they are sparkling and constantly looking around inquisitively, but very welcoming. And he's got this kind of beatific smile on his face, and he's just kind of enjoying the afternoon in the market, constantly taking in the sights.
Very good. And with him are 3 quite short individuals, one of whom is far shorter than the rest, but that's not where our attention goes to first. It actually goes to the most masculine of the three, with a quite the beard, also sporting a green hood. Adam, what physical characteristic description do you wish to supplement for your character as he comes into view?
Well, so he's going to be, in comparison to my companion's 6'1". My guy's about 3'2". It's a very important 2 inches there. And he's got dark curly hair, really light brown eyes. He's got his green hood of his cloak kind of thrown back over his shoulders. Leather armors underneath the cloak that you can just kind of barely see. Barefoot, of course. Nice curly furries on the top of the feet and the toes. Okay. And he's got an amulet around his chest that it's a silver amulet with a green stone that kind of glows a little bit, and just kind of a happy-go-lucky little guy.
Excellent. Well, walking with you are Beatrice and Franklin from the Rearguard Tavern, who are coming to pick up what they're going to need for the day's shopping in order to get the tavern up to snuff. And Franklin, the young boy, you can see he's taking in the world around him, just the sense of excitement and adventure to be able to come with his mother and the 2 recent individuals who have started to help out and have taken a liking to them. You see that sense of adventure in his eyes, and as you now reach the Duskfair itself, somewhere you've been a couple of times at least, you see him dart over to his mother, Beatrice, and grab her hand, holding on tight. And she says, very good, very good. Now, remember, stay with me, and if we get separated, you are too. I go back to the inn. That's right. Do you let anyone see you? No. Very good. And she continues to move along and weaves bobs through the crowd. And she turns to you and says, Turpin, do you find it people of normal heights are always this rude to us small folk?
I don't know if it's a matter of them being rude. They just typically don't see us. They're kind of looking up around, and we're kind of down. So I really don't think they mean to. But it does happen a lot. Yes.
Yes, I was just thinking that, but you're probably right. I shouldn't be quite so sensitive, we'll say.
We'll give the tallies the benefit of the doubt.
All right. That sounds good.
I just made that up, that tallies thing.
The tallies.
I don't know that I've ever really actually called them that. It just kind of rolls off the tongue, though, doesn't it? You know?
You probably don't want to say it loudly.
What? Oh. Well, okay.
Being with children makes you creative, so that's good.
Usually get mistaken for a child, so that helps. The beard usually doesn't, but you know.
If anyone who thinks that you are a child would also believe you to have a serious glandular problem.
Worse things have happened. Okay, worse things have happened, Elias. You and I have seen worse.
So he hears that, and Elias looks around and kind of takes in to see if you may, because this is a crowded market, I'm guessing.
We're in the fair, right?
Very much so. This is a crowded market.
So he looks around at kind of the sea of humanity, kind of bustling around them, pulsing around them, and says, "That is true. But I can't help but agree. The world would be a better place if others would look to those further down from them instead of to themselves."
I thought you were going to say we're all the same height, but
no.
Okay.
No.
There's advantages of being this.
That's literally false.
Okay.
Yes.
I was hoping you weren't going to say that, but for a moment,
okay.
Yeah.
That would be quite ignorant. It would be like calling someone of my stature tally.
I'll just not use that. Okay. thought I'd try it out. If you're offended, then I apologize.
I'm not
I'll-
offended.
I'll-
I'm not
okay.
offended. I think we've been together long enough to where it's rather difficult to offend me.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Well, I thought you might take it that way. So, Beatrice, what do we head to first?
Well, I do believe that we need to go and get potatoes. That's probably the most pressing of things. And Franklin, I need you to make sure that you go and look in the bags before we go and purchase them. That way we know whether they're rotted or not. The last couple of times that we've been there, they've given us not good crop. And let's just say that we were worse the wear for it at the end. So, if we can create a slight diversion, Franklin here can dip underneath and just take a peek in some of the sacks. Who crawls in and kind of looks around. I know it's a thing, but at the same time, we have standards and regulations that we try to live up to.
Diversion, you say? Oh,
Yes, indeed. Very
Imagine we
important.
could come up with something.
I
I
don't
certainly
know.
hope so.
I don't know. I'm not very good at diversions.
Well,
Hmm.
maybe I was mistaken about you then.
You know what?
You-
I
Miles?
have a friend that might be nearby that might be able to help out with that a little bit better than Elias would.
Oh.
Maybe I'll go. Maybe we'll go looking for him real quick. You guys find the shops that you want, and we'll go look for
Yes.
my friend.
Yes, I believe I know who you're speaking of. Very well, I suppose.
He's probably nearby. He's here somewhere.
Closer than you think.
Well, as all of that is happening, the group of refugees now makes their way in towards the central parts of the Duskfair.
Oh my gosh, they have fried elephant ears here.
Why would you fry
Real
a
elephants.
here?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
it's,
were
it's
like
not
just
an
looking
act-
for you.
it's-
They're
it's
not
an
endangered.
act-
They're not endangered in Brendan's world. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're pretty fantastic creatures.
They're not actual elephants. It's like fried dough with like sugar on it. It's so good.
Then why would you call it the ear of an elephant?
Because here, I'll take one. I'll take one.
You pay over the silver piece for it, and the fried
Whole silver
batter.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's fair food, man.
Yeah.
And crap's expensive. And so you're handed
That's
over
fair.
the deep fried batter,
Oh.
it's just covered with powdered sugar and whatever other toppings that you're wanting.
Ah, see?
Twist. It's plant based.
While they're getting snacks, I'm looking around for like the best, most reasonable shop to renew our supplies and our.
Sure. Most of this open air bazaar area, you can see some of the standing buildings that are out, the more permanent locations. A lot of the places within this area are Descartes. They're just, you know, literally their wares are wheeled in, set up for the day, and as soon as they're out, they hightail it out to head home and get ready for the next day's sales. And as such, Arlen begins to walk a little ways through, reaching maybe some 20 feet away. And it is in the midst of all the hustle and bustle that all of a sudden a shadow sweeps over the crowd. It's larger than what it and you instinctively turn and look and see a beautiful bird soaring through the sky.
Beautiful.
You're right. This is quite tasty.
But Arlen, something is off. It is flying in a circular pattern as though it's swooping, watching for some sort of carrion below.
Okay, so I'm looking up at it. I'd like to roll perception to
Yeah.
see what I can glean off of it.
Please do.
18.
Yeah, I imagine the two of us have already like devoured this whole thing.
Old elephant?
All right. So 18, that's a great roll. Immediately, your eyes dart towards the wall, and it's a good thing that you do because you can see now flying in 3 giant eagles with riders attached, holding cages. And as the eagles reach a certain point over the Duskfair, they release the cages and let out this as they are flying over, and all of the crowds instinctively stop and turn back around. And as the cages fall, tumbling, you can hear this almost like as the cage crashes into the ground and scatters open, one of which reveals a large-sized hyena that stands up and bares its teeth and begins to move very, very
Stands upright?
not quite upright, but it gets up on its front haunches and begins to move quickly. That is not the only one, but let's see, this one, the cage breaks there. Another cage breaks.
That's a big hyena.
Yeah, it is.
Another cage breaks, and 3 more come tumbling out, but these are small. However, they stand upright, baring teeth and pulling weapons.
Oh, good.
Oh, those kind of hyenas.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
Noli kind.
And the 3rd cage breaks. The crowd erupts into panic. Beatrice screams for Franklin, who has dove into the potato sack already. And she's looking
Protect
around
me,
to find
potatoes.
which one.
Hmm.
I need everyone to roll initiative as you see this happening.
Yeah, baby.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, I would like to point out that,
Holy smokes!
our first 2 rolls were both
Mine's not great.
18s.
Hey.
Oh,
We'll call that a good sign.
Good rolls so far, baby.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Holy smokes!
Yeah.
How many of you guys rolled natural 20s?
I did not.
Well,
Okay,
mine's
but
not.
still,
My total
that's-
is 4, so no.
Well, okay, obviously, yes, but you okay? What you have told us before, this is actually not a problem, according to
No.
you. So,
no,
I
still,
would much
that's
rather have
4
that.
of you that are 20 plus. So,
Baby.
job well done.
Natural 17 over
Absolutely.
here.
no one expects a
Great.
null attack except those guys.
That's right. No one expects the Nolish Inquisition. All right.
I'm too familiar with these guys.
Yeah. Been here, done that. Got the T-shirt.
Oh
I
yeah.
shoved the rest of my elephants here over at the kid and so here.
Very good. Well,
I tear off
Fenris,
on the fight.
you're up first. You're up first.
I yell to the guy who runs the stand. I'm like, "Don't go anywhere. I want another one." As I start turning off. This is Fenris's first exposure to sweets, and it's going to ruin his digestive tract later.
Yes, absolutely.
But he will take off towards. I mean, I guess the closest combatants would be. I'm assuming the gnolls that are down in the middle, closer to Arlen. So
To Fenris. I mean, yeah, these are probably going to be a little closer. These aren't
They're
too
like
terribly far though.
Yeah, the others are.
I have a
I think about
35
45 feet away.
It's
You're
40, 45
you're
or
about
50
45
feet.
feet each way. Yeah,
Darren. Well,
it's a big
I don't
bazaar.
mind being surrounded as much. So I guess as of right now, I've got more of my allies near the bottom. So I will skitter through the kiosks and go towards the ones that are a bit higher up.
Okay, the ones up top. All right, so let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, I think. Or wait, is 35 your
I
move
said
speed?
35 right now.
Yep, so 35 gets you about right there.
And as
Um,
I am sprinting through, I would like to rage.
Okay, here
Ooh,
comes the
baby.
rage, baby. Woo.
So mark off
Actually,
that.
hold on. That orange is a little too close. Let's go yellow. There we go.
So panic to all the civilians as they're already kind of freaking out from the hyenas, as now a new beast takes form as they see me running through and suddenly
We're under attack.
Yes.
I kind of just, as I'm sprinting, almost shed parts of my skin through the run as fur begins to poke through. Teeth begin to push out as new fangs take their place. Same with my nails.
He's one of them. Kill him.
As they form these claws, as I take shape in almost a humanoid feline type monstrosity.
Yes.
As I'm now like basically part cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right.
Um,
So that's movement and bonus action. Are you wanting to maybe hold an action?
Yeah, 'cause I can't. I will just. Yeah, I'll hold an action, and if I can, like, just try to make some real big snarling noises myself to try and, like, beast on beast, like, get their
Sure.
attention to me, intimidate, or at the very least, just like look semi-intimidating, to try
Sure.
and make
Yeah.
these things think like, oh,
Makes
You know,
sense. The
here's
that
the
that
boy.
hot beast on beast action that you're looking for. Yeah. All right. It works.
Yeah.
and I'll hold,
Territorial
and I'll
display.
hold.
I've seen this documentary.
Yes.
The hair gets up real high and I start hissing. And I'll
Perfect.
just hold my claws.
Yeah, that's eerily accurate. Okay, there you go.
It's
All right.
like I hear it all the time.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Turpin, you're up.
Yes. All right. So Turpin's gonna look at Beatrice and Franklin, like, Beatrice, Franklin, hide.
You don't
Find
see
somewhere safe
Franklin
to-
currently.
You don't see Franklin?
No.
Oh, he's potatoed up.
That's right. He's in the potatoes.
He's potato boy at the moment.
Potatoes. Beatrice,
Boys on
hide.
mashed
If you
potatoes.
can, find Franklin. Go find some city guards. Let them know what's happening.
Okay. All right. Oh, Franklin, you hear her trying to shout out and find which bag he's in.
And then Turpin's gonna move 5, 10 feet right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on
Ooh,
the
okay.
knoll, the nearest knoll to me.
All right. I think that's what this one.
That's yeah, that one.
Okay.
You have a
Let's
darker
make
green,
that.
so it doesn't.
I don't
look
have
like
darker green, but I do have. Oh, that matches the floor. Let's go.
purple.
Let's go purple.
Why not?
Purple.
Oh, wait a second. Don't know why that did that. Okay, there you go.
That's right. And then I'm gonna pull out my hand crossbow.
Perfect. You're in range.
Yep. And I'm gonna shoot it.
Let's do it. Take
So
the
that's-
shot.
That's gonna be 12.
Ooh, 12.
Not a great first roll.
Unfortunately, that does miss. The
Lame.
the hyena, the upright hyena, gets this, like, sees or hears the shot coming in, ducks underneath, and pulls a spear out and just snarls in your direction.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that did miss.
That did miss. All right.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go do a couple of steps this way and in my turn right there.
Okay. Very good. Cal, you're up.
Sweet. In the actual turn, I will turn to Julia Lynn and
Julia Lynn. Okay.
the family and say, "Go and hide by that tree. We'll take care of this. You know the drill."
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And I am going to cast in an eerily similar mirror, even though he doesn't know what's happening on the other side of the market. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the Knoll Hunter.
Do it, bro.
And then I am going to take a shot with my
And that's
longbow.
going to be this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Purple and purple. Let's take the
Yeah.
shot.
So
Please actually hit.
I would love to. We'll see. Well, it's definitely a better roll than what you did.
Yay!
Yay!
So that's a 15 to hit.
15. So the Knoll Hunter, that does hit. They have an
Nice.
AC 13.
Nice.
You just
All
missed
right.
it, Adam.
Yeah. Well, I rolled pretty low, so I'm feeling pretty good about my next few attacks.
I believe in you.
A D8 and a D6 plus 1.
Yep. So that is 11 points of damage.
Ouch. It
Nice.
is bloodied right with that one shot, lets out a
Yeah.
yip and turns and snarls. Yeah,
So
did
you-
not like that at all.
You guys see Cal run up and pull the arrow out of his quiver, pull it back, and just let it rip straight into like the upper chest of the knoll.
Nice. Love it. All right. That was bonus action, and movement. Arlen,
And that
your
is my
turn.
Okay, so you're gonna
You're up
see
close.
Arlen. You're gonna see Arlen draw a rapier, and he's gonna run up to this knoll right here.
Okay.
And he's gonna grab that commoner by the collar and try and like throw him back
Nice.
Okay.
away.
All right. I'll go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for me as part of this.
That's a 19.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use that
Pretty
as your
good.
bonus action, actually.
Okay.
Actually, no. If you want to use the rest of your movement for that, I'll do that instead.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
And
So
then
with
so-
that, I'm going to say that they get thrown into the stand there.
Okay.
No attack of opportunity
then-
because that was forced movement.
Okay. And then I will. So I still have my bonus action, correct? Then?
I'll let you have it if you want to get that
Okay.
insightful
Yeah, I
fighting.
want to do insightful fighting then on that knoll right there that I've just moved up to. And, that is a 20.
Uh, 20
Attack with-
on the knoll. Yes, the knoll's AC is 15, so that will succeed.
Okay, and then so then I attack with my rapier.
Yes, absolutely. A D8 and 2D6.
Oh no, 11.
Ain't bad.
That's not
You
bad.
have it. Didn't that insightful give you advantage?
Nope,
Oh,
nope. It just
okay.
allows him to deal sneak attack.
Sneak attack. Gotcha.
Yep. But you bloodied him, and he lets out a yip of
Oh,
pain
wow.
too.
Nice.
That's movement, bonus, and action.
Alright.
It is now the commoner's turn. So, Beatrice continues looking, and she's like, honey, please just stay down, stay in there, stay down. I've got to get some help. Just please listen for whatever Turpin tells you to do, and you're gonna be okay. Okay? Yeah, please tell me that you hear this. And there's no response. You can tell that the kid is just doing his best to keep as quiet as possible and hide. She curses and tucks around, and she hides. Make a stealth check for her. Not great. You can see she's still like trying to drag one of the bags of potatoes with her. It's,
Oh, no.
Come on, get out of here. Let's see. Other commoners. This one. He's gonna stand up and then trips as he's getting over that point. This one just hunkers down. This one also kind of hunkers down. Let's see. This one jumps and tries to climb the tree. Falls on his ass.
Nice.
Oh, no.
The panic setting in.
Oh yeah, full blown panic here at this point. And let's see.
He's trying to disappear like Jeff is on his screen. occasionally.
Right there you go. Julia
Oh,
Lynn
yeah.
and Orwin all head for the tent together and
Good.
hunker down there. And human guard
Said the
time.
tree, but that's fine.
I thought I said tent right down there.
It doesn't matter.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets him there. Okay. Comes up there. And then this one. He gets bold and goes for the jump.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm proud of that guy. You know, he
Yeah.
woke up today. He ate his Wheaties.
He's looking
Yeah,
for a
well-
promotion.
He hit.
Hey,
and dealt 1 damage.
Hey, that's
I
one
did.
less damage that we have to do.
one more damage than I've done so far.
And the
I
other
I did a damage.
the other guards
once.
miss, unfortunately. They miss.
Oh no!
Ooh. Well,
And
you
it's
know.
now the giant hyena's turn, which
Oh
Oh.
no!
He's
he
probably
immediately bites down. Yeah, that's a 23 to hit.
Action economy.
Yep.
He gown.
Oh dear!
He got
Just grabs and rips and lets out the laughing yips of glee. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Okay.
Yep.
Swooping down are 3 more of the giant
Oh.
eagles. 2 of which, one grabs a large case, and swoops it up into the sky, and starts to make for the wall.
My cabbages.
There comes in, grabs 4 sacks of potatoes in its
No.
Oh no.
and goes
she took him.
and goes skyward, and Beatrice just begins to scream.
Goody.
Did she have him with her when she
No,
She
she
had
couldn't.
she had a sack of potatoes, but she didn't know which one he was
She
in.
couldn't find him.
She's praying for the best.
Yeah.
The third eagle actually turns, drops an individual off, and takes skyward, immediately flying straight up.
Goody.
Tamias, your turn.
Okay. I continue. I look back at Julia Lynn and suggest that she goes back farther. Move back. Keep going.
Okay.
Get out. I just, then I am going to take out the bow. Take out my bow at first,
Okay. Nice.
and I am going to take a shot at the one on Arlen.
The one on Arlen. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Okay.
No, 11.
Yeah. AC is 15. Unfortunately, that misses.
It's we're having that problem right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm going to move up right behind Cal and kind of assess. I want to kind of look around the situation as I see. There's no way I can take a shot. Like that eagle is way out of range anyway. There's nothing we could have done. The one with the big sack, but I
it's
wouldn't
not-
have known anything anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
You just see sacks of potatoes.
Right.
Why is that?
Being
What,
grabbed
that
and
man,
pulled.
that lady really loves those potatoes.
Yeah. Wow.
My potatoes.
I mean, she definitely has
Pretty
a little
awesome.
spud in there.
Yeah. There's not much else I can do. I moved. Yep.
Oh.
Kind of watching. Yep.
All
Trying
right.
to look around. I'm going to look behind us to make sure we're not getting flanked. I'm just going to scan the area while
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
watching. So.
That's a great idea. Okay. Let's see. It is the Knoll's turn.
Great.
This one
I was kind of hoping they didn't get one.
bounds up and takes a bite,
Oh, the poor carpenter.
Oh boy. Okay.
kills it,
Ooh,
and
ooh,
then use its bonus action to rampage onto the next one.
ooh. Oh, Brady, you guys should have
That's
kept
2
running.
down.
Hey,
That's not good.
Yep. I thought he was going
We
to
got-
go for Arlen.
we got casualties, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one on Arlen turns and bites at the guard, kills it, and then turns and gets to use a bonus action to make a bite towards Arlen.
Man.
Natural 1.
Yay.
First natural 1 of the campaign is an attack
Woo.
against Arlen.
Against
First
the
natural
party.
20 was an initiative roll. First natural 1 was an attack against the party. I like
Oh,
this.
Absolutely.
I'm sure
This-
Karma will catch up with us soon.
That Knoll goes up to that commoner. Natural 20, so
Oh, okay, well there it is.
that one on
Good.
his back.
I'm glad it happened to
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then comes over, bonus action bite again. But that, oh no, that's a 13, or sorry, natural 12, so 15.
Oh,
Fortunately, that's that. This
Yeah.
Knoll
Man.
But they're all wearing heavy plate armor, right?
All the guards? Yeah. You wish.
Commoners.
Turpin, that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So you take 6 piercing damage from the spear that is swung at you.
Okay.
Right there. That's all the gnolls. The
Then when
human
take on the
5, 10, 15, 20 reaches a table and grabs underneath and pulls out one of the drawers and grabs a lockbox and shoves it in and lets out a whistle signal to the bird above.
Oh, wow.
So they're just common thieves.
Charlatan, your turn.
Jerks.
Okay, so I'm gonna move, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Am I at where Beatrice is? Right there?
She's
Her
right there.
stealth-
Yep.
Yeah, her stealth was real
It was
low.
horrible.
So Charlton's gonna lean down and take her hand in his and say, fear not, we'll find him once the battle is over. Until then, my faith will protect you. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Sanctuary on her.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Okay.
Sanctuary.
Looking after the little people.
Sanctuary.
And then I'm going to take my final.
Is
10
that
feet.
a concentration spell?
It is not.
What is not? Okay. So I'm gonna give her.
Gold light.
Yeah, let's give her a yellow.
Okay. And then I'll use the rest of my 10 feet to get down here, and I should be. Let's see. So from here, yeah, it's right 60 feet. So then I'm on the Knoll Hunter that's been Hunter's marked.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Oh, great. Okay, so that's a wisdom save.
Yep, 14.
Nice.
DC.
Kill him.
Yeah,
Kill him.
13.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it? Has
Nice.
he's been hit, right?
He has
Oh,
been
yeah.
hit. He's bloody.
12.
Yeah,
12. Yeah.
he hit him.
9.
9.
Nice.
Good damage.
9.
Yeah, he looks real bad. He's bleeding profusely
Oh.
from his nostrils. Yeah, he lets out a audible yelp of pain, and the laughter stops. That horrid hyena-like laughter. He's
So
not a whole
there's
lot going on.
there's Elias standing there, looking quite dashing and heroic with his
Sure,
purple robes,
as it should, as he should.
blowing in the slight breeze behind him, and just pointing out a strong finger at that knoll.
Nice.
And then that's my turn.
Well, the knoll. I'm gonna have him make a morale save. Natural 1. The knoll hunter just it actually slips while trying to turn and lands on the ground and has to use its half its movement to stand back up, and begins to look for a way out, but this turn does nothing.
Nice.
The second knoll hunter.
Which one was that?
This one over by
Us.
Fenris.
Okay.
Right
yep.
there. He sees
This is
the
the one that's
approaching.
been hurt.
He sees the approaching cat person and pulls out a bow.
Dang it, he has range. My weakness.
Well, no, you should be happy about this because it means you don't.
That's
lose
a
your rage.
19.
19.
19.
Yeah, no, I think I can only do that with melee attacks. My reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well-
is he 10 feet away? It says I can do it with an attack that's 10 feet away.
Yeah, it is.
Then I guess
Do
I
it.
guess I'll use my reaction to maybe like use my tail to like bat the arrow.
All right,
out.
so you're
Yes.
gonna try and bat an arrow with the tail. Go ahead and roll, and
so it
let's see
says
if
I
it
could-
reduces.
So I get to roll a d8 and add that to my AC.
Jeez.
It's so good. I love that
3, so my
subclass.
AC is now 21.
Yeah, that misses. The arrow
Nice.
is batted out of the air with the tiger tail.
Somehow
Um,
Andrew did it with the bear.
It was just one of my.
That's
don't
free
know how that
campaign.
works.
Free campaign.
You don't know what we're talking about.
Amazingly, it's the top of round 2. Fenris, your turn.
So yeah, I just like do a quick little 360 to use my tail to bat the air out of the sky, and now I'm just ticked.
I misread. There is a multi-attack, so he gets one more shot. No,
Darn.
no, that's a 12, so that misses. Sorry. Proceed.
Continue.
Continue.
So, I will just pounce forward.
Love it.
Uh,
Right up onto the little
the other
deck
platform.
area that's there.
And I will quick sharpen my claws, and I will, and if I go with my claws, I get to
Retractable
make 2
claws
attacks.
come out. Okay, 2 attacks here.
And I will obviously go reckless.
Love it.
Yeah.
Woo!
So first attack. Oof, 15.
Yeah. The AC of a Knoll Hunter is 13.
Good. 4. Nice. So that's 11 points of slashing damage.
11. Yeah, he's bloodied after that one hit.
Nice, bro.
One hit, and if it's the claws, I get to follow up with the second one.
Yeah, you do.
24 to hit.
Okay. Well, I'd say
so.
that hits. Yes, the attack landed.
For
6.
8 points.
8
of
more damage. He's looking
yeah,
real bad
rage.
too.
Yeah, I get +2
Jeez.
for my rage.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll just
Dang. Okay. Well, there you go.
Nice.
I've never seen a cat laugh before. It's weird.
Well, I mean, there's a first for everything, I guess. Turpin,
It's
your
a lot
turn.
of spitting.
All right.
Yeah.
So Turpin sees the knoll running up on him, getting at him with a spear. So he's gonna hold on to his hand crossbow in his right hand, but he's gonna.
I do need you to make a concentration check, actually. because
concentrate.
you
Yes,
take
I do.
damage.
Yes, you do. I did. That's gonna be a natural 19.
That will succeed. You maintain concentration on your hunter's mark.
Yes, and so he's gonna reach underneath his cape with his left hand and pull out a sickle and gonna attack the knoll with a sickle. And I really kind of wish I'd have rolled that 19 a second ago, but that's all right. Hang it, that's an 11. That's not gonna.
Oh, that stinks. Yeah, unfortunately,
gonna hit.
that misses.
It's because he
Alright.
smells so bad.
Yeah.
yeah. The thing is just mangy and nasty.
Nasty. Yeah.
Just
Nasty.
ugh.
That's a
Blech,
great
blech, blech.
start.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I blame you. So,
Wow.
not really. I'm just kidding. And
uh-huh,
so,
yeah, I can
So
take
it
it.
begins.
Yep.
yeah, and so he's just gonna kind of swing and miss and like fart,
Whatever.
and then and then
Nice.
It just
Kind
said fart.
um,
And he hears
and-
that. Elias hears the word fart. And he looks up and goes, I sense a disturbance.
So
A shifting of the air.
right. I am going to risk an attack of
Punching of the
opportunity,
winds.
and
You're gonna get out of there.
yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't like being between him and the giant hyena at all.
That's a 15, so
That will miss.
That misses. Yeah, your AC
Alright.
is 17.
Okay, so I've got 25 movement, so I'm
Yep,
gonna go.
and you can
one.
duck under the little table there if you want to. So
Sweet.
I'm not gonna count that as rough terrain for you. You're
Okay.
a halfling.
Yeah, and so I'm not gonna run at Beatrice, so I'm gonna
Right.
go 1, 2.
That's Tolly's discrimination right there.
Yes, very much.
And I'm gonna go. Well, let's see. I started
Right
here.
there is where you started. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just kind of take.
I mean,
a little bit of
that could
shelter.
be 4. That could be 4 if you
That could be
wanted.
4.
Yeah, that could be 4.
And then I'll do 5 right there. Then
5 underneath that next 10. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hide or anything, but just kind of.
Sure.
away
Any
from-
bonus action this turn?
Don't really have anything bonus action I can do.
Okay, noted.
So yeah, I'm good.
Cal, your turn.
All right. Cal notices that Noel go on a rampage up there a little bit to the north.
Mhm.
And he's gonna, nope, not today. And he'll put away his bow, draw his great sword, and he'll run up right here in between this knoll and the last commoner there.
Nice.
And he will take a swing.
Okay. Let's do it.
No, nope. That would be a 7.
Oh no, buddy.
We need to do better than this, guys.
Oh,
He's road weary, that's all.
Yeah.
I hit my first attack.
I'm
guys.
exhausted.
You did.
I wish I could
Alright.
say that.
So,
Either
so
way,
you guys-
pulling the sword and swinging up, the knoll ducks underneath and lets out this yip of excitement. The blade comes up and strikes into the wood post, and you rip it back. All of your momentum now into the blade, and you duck it. You tuck the blade around, and you bring it then back up, and you're ready in a defensive stance.
Yep, and I'll turn back quickly to the car and say, "Get out of here!" And
Love it.
that's going to be my turn.
Excellent. Okay.
'Cause-
Arlen, your turn.
Okay, so I'm still engaged with this knoll right here, so I'm just
Yes.
gonna go ahead and take another swing with my
All right.
rapier.
Yeah, you still have your insightful
And-
strikes against it.
Yes, so that is 13.
13. That misses the knoll, unfortunately. Yeah, it was a 15. The AC was.
We're doing great today, guys.
Doing great.
Yeah, just fantastic.
Really impressing the locals, guys. Way
Yeah.
to go.
Hey,
Well,
I've
I mean,
been around
these-
2 months.
Knolls are very lithe. They're very springy. They like to jump and move out of the way of things. Yeah, they're nasty. They're very nasty.
I'm not gonna disengage or anything like that. I'm gonna
Okay.
keep his focus on me, so I'm
Okay.
gonna stand my ground here.
Okay. Sounds good. In that case, it is the commoner's turn. And with that,
Good.
they are going to sprint towards the gate.
Good.
This
Get back to the
commoner-
guard.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dashes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Makes it right there.
The Eagles
and
gonna
that's-
get
Rinse
him
away for
somehow.
his life.
Yep, that's it for the commoners.
Rest
Geez,
in
I think all the
pieces.
guards are dead too, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
just
got chomped
Having a
away.
blast. Having a blast. All
Took
right.
care of them in round 1.
Yeah.
All of them.
That's kind of part of it. Let's see. The knoll or the giant hyena hears the
Oh, here we go.
commotion, and let's see. Begins to bound underneath the tree and then leaps up onto the deck platform.
You wanted this.
I did kind of,
You went reckless, so this attack has advantage against you. Oh, there
Mhm.
goes my
Uh-oh.
die.
It's all right. How much damage can it do?
Let's see. That is
I mean,
an
I am raging.
18 to hit.
18 just hits, but since
Okay.
I just have my turn, I'll use my reaction again
Yeah,
to,
you can use your reaction. Yeah.
to parry off of a
Hail
bite from this
parry.
thing. Yeah, that's
Hail
6.
Perry, full of
my-
grace.
My AC is 24.
For
24. Well,
Nice.
it doesn't have a multi attack, so that's good.
I just bat it in the face as it tries to snap at me.
That was a really strong tail.
I
Alright.
imagine I have like a snow
Oh.
leopard's tail, like not the color, but it's like the long, like thick tail. So yeah, it has
Oh,
some,
yeah.
some oomph
There you
to
go.
it.
The giant eagle swoops back down, picks up the humanoid, and flies off towards the wall.
I was never gonna make it there in time.
No, none of us. will.
Nope.
No. Oh, I didn't even see what he did.
But another one comes down and drops
Another one bites the
Pause it.
dust. Oh.
another human down here and soars skyward.
Oh, great.
Good popping in and out work by Brendan on these eagles and coming in and
You pretty much have to in this city. If you're going to do anything, that's how you do it.
All right. Tamias, your turn.
All right. Do something here. All right. I am going to this. I see this guy down behind me here. Right. What does he look like? That human raider. What does he look like?
Yes. So this human raider is wearing mostly blacks, and is let's see. Let me pull up. He's wearing padded armor, has a shield, and is making his way over towards. By the looks of his direction, he's going to be heading for this area right here, this tent that is over here.
Okay.
Yeah, he does not seem very bothered by you at the moment. It seems as though he has an objective. He knows exactly what it is that he needs to come in and grab, and that's it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move up to about here.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere right in front of him and ram it into him.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna pinball this dude.
Yep. So
Flaming Sphere. So is that a dexterity
So he has to
saving
do
throw
a
by
dex
him?
save, and
Okay.
I do two. I roll 2 12, and then if he makes the dex save, it's half. I mean, 2d6. I'm sorry.
That is a natural 6.
So he takes 3 damage. Big deal. But
Okay.
it's sitting there in that spot. I don't know if you have an icon you can put right in front of him.
Unfortunately, I do not yet.
Okay. Can we draw?
Hold
Sorry.
on. Let me get a token.
Yeah, you just put it.
I'm gonna get a. Here we go. Fire elemental.
And I am concentrating, so
There you
well,
go.
it's bigger than I imagined, so that's okay.
Ball. Oh, flame.
Fire.
There we go.
So he took 3 damage, by the way. So.
Yes, he did. Noted.
Okay.
Thank you. And is that a concentration?
Yes, I'm
All
concentrating.
right. So let's give you, since you're concentrating on fire,
There you go.
orange.
There you go.
Okay. Alrighty then. The Gnolls' turn. The Gnolls, seeing the fire, they let out some big yips.
Yip, yip.
This one climbs up. This one comes over here, and he's gonna use his action to just rip off the table that you were crawling under. He can't attack, but he does expose you. So that's fun. Let's see. This one is going to try and attack Arlen. No, that's a 12. That misses. This one's going to attack Fenris up here. That's a 17, so that misses too.
Misses. Yep. AC's 18.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Let's see. 1, 2. The Gnoll here is going to be attacking Cal.
Mhm.
That's a 13. That's horrible.
Misses.
They're rolling just as poorly as you guys are. So
Yay.
That's good.
Consistency.
that's right.
Such an
You
important
thought you were
thing.
tuning in for epic swashbuckling sword and sorcery, and it turns out it's just an epic misfest by all of the
Well,
above.
it's just a lot of back and forth, you know. We
Yeah.
have some
Excuse you,
good
I've
hits.
done okay.
Everybody's really dexterous. That's
I've
all.
been bad. My tail's
I've
been
only
on fire.
missed one of my attacks.
All right. So it is the human raider. He's going to try and come south a
Goes
little
around
bit
it. Okay.
around, gets over here. He has to roll an investigation check. Oh, that's dramatic. You see him rifling, and he turns upward and lets out a whistle. Charlatan, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna try something here. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Do it.
Um,
Kill him.
how far am I from?
End him.
Yeah, I can get there. I'm gonna move my 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. First things first, I'm gonna toll the dead on that same knoll.
Okay.
Pull the dead.
5.
Okay, so that is a D12.
Yep.
11.
How do you want to do
Nice.
this?
One down.
First kill.
You just, you see him go stiff. His eyes roll back up into his head, and he just, like 2x4s, like straight, and then just falls backwards. And it's the, like he just You see Elias as he walks past. He just waves his hand in that Knoll's direction. He stiffens up, dies. But then he raises his other hand, and I'm gonna point 90 feet away at that human raider.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast its second level sleep.
Ooh.
Sleep a bonus action?
Oh wait,
Yeah, you can't do both.
I can't. It's not a bonus action. Okay.
You could do a spiritual weapon. That's
I'll do spiritual weapon at him instead. Am I within 60 feet of him?
60
Mm,
feet.
75.
But it's a range.
75.
It's a 20-foot sphere.
So I will do 20 feet away from him. So I'll put it. Yeah, there's good if I can get there.
Okay.
And then
So, yeah,
you can
spiritual-
fly it.
The next
Yeah,
one.
spiritual weapon, and then I will, if we decided you can use it on the turn you cast it,
Yeah.
correct?
Mhm.
I will send it in there.
Well, so because you have a 60-foot cast range, you can't move it. You can attack with it where it summons. You can't then move it on the same turn because
Okay.
subsequent turns you only move by 20, and that first casting you cast out to 60. So it's meant to try and account for that
Yeah.
in
Okay.
the middle.
Okay.
But I mean, if you were to want to take out,
you know what? Never mind. Can we undo that? If you don't mind backing up away from
Sure.
spiritual weapon, I'll just hit him with a second level guiding bolt.
Oh, you can't do that.
so that would be an
Oh,
action. The
that's
whole
an
point for the
action.
spiritual
Oh,
weapon was
that's
the
right.
bonus
No,
action
it's-
cast.
Man,
But
bonus
you
action.
are in range, I think, of the knoll that Arlen
Yeah,
is
you
fighting.
can put it right on him.
Yeah, I'll do
And
that.
you can draw the line so you can
I'll
get some
do-
advantage
I'll
on
do
that.
Can you
currently.
tell this is my first cleric? All right.
It's all right, bro.
You're gonna
Rookie. No.
you're gonna
Takes
be
time.
struggling to figure out what to do with that bonus action a lot because clerics
Yeah.
don't have a whole lot of good bonus action stuff.
Right. So yeah, I'll put it on the knoll and then attack with it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that's just
You have advantage on this.
natural 20.
Nice.
You gotta be
Okay.
kidding. That's awesome.
So a D8 plus 13.
No spiritual
Let me
weapon,
save you.
no,
That's
spiritual weapon is
already
two- is
more.
2d8.
Well,
No, it's 1d8 plus your.
Yeah, it's a D8 plus
The damage here says 2d8 plus 4. on my
because you
sheet.
rolled the critical.
Oh,
okay,
that's
yeah.
why.
That's
Yeah.
why the character
Yeah.
sheet wants to do that
That's
on
right.
D&D Beyond.
Okay. Okay.
To
Okay.
the audience, we do our criticals different than
Differently,
regular
yes.
Ah,
rules.
yes, we do. Why don't you explain,
It's
Brendan?
confusion. Okay.
So, at my table, the way that I roll roll for critical damage is we assume that the weapon is going to deal max damage on the critical strike. So he's still going to roll normal damage, but the plus to add is going to take into consideration the die roll, but at a maximum roll. So for a spiritual weapon, he deals a D8 plus his wisdom modifier. We're going to assume that the critical portion of that is maximum damage on the die roll that would be added in. So 8 plus 5 on top of his roll. So now he has a chance to roll a D8, and the add is not 5, but 13.
Okay, so 18 total.
18 damage, which is enough. How do you want to do this? And then I'm going to add
Awesome.
some dramatic flair here because these are the first baddies that we have taken out, and that means I get to tell a story.
Double
So the spiritual weapon the spiritual weapon looks like a this silvery light or a sword made of silvery light,
Mm-hmm.
and it just seems to materialize mid swing and just takes its head clean off.
As the knoll is decapitated and the hunter that had been struck with the spell falls over, there is a phenomenon that takes place coming from their bodies. This strange scintillating light begins to emerge from the body, as if the soul were visible and now leaving the body as a result of its death. This beautiful undulating sphere, slightly translucent, transparent, begins to make its way skyward, a tail following after it with a scintillating shift and array of beautiful blues, purples, pinks, and whites that hue and form off, and it just continues to float ever skyward. And as you note this remnant leaving the body, you know for sure that it is dead, as this only takes place upon the death of an actual creature. And now you can see several of the bodies that have actually remmed thus far, the commoners and guards that have been slain. This battlefield already has an eerie glow as these souls leave and fly above the battlefield. All right. Which then brings us to the last Knoll Hunter. So that's the one that is currently getting clawed. It is going to take out its spear. It throws its bow to the side, grabs its spear, and levels a swipe. Nope, that's a 15. Second attack, 20.
20 will hit, and I've already used my reaction to try and...
Yep. So that will deal. That'll deal 6 piercing damage, which is reduced to 3.
All right.
And that's all it had. Fenris, it is now your turn.
Aha! Well, then...
Get him back.
Yeah, I'm
Swipe
gonna see if I can put
responsibly.
this bow down. Once again, going reckless because why not?
You're a barbarian.
And I'm gonna see if I can put this guy down.
Barb's got a barb.
Yep. All he do is barb.
It's
No matter what.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah. What with your plus? How do you want to do this?
Woohoo!
Wow.
I'll just say, I kind of let him get that thrust in a little bit because that exposes him more for my attack.
There you go.
And so I kind of take one like light graze into like my side as I lunge up with the other one, and it almost looks like my hand meets nothing, but it's more of the quick swipe of it, the precision of the cut that goes straight from one side of the jugular to the other.
Sure.
It just looks like it meets no resistance, but severs everything across the way.
Well, begins to rem and collapses. Good job. You have a
And I got
second
a
claw
second one,
attack.
so-
Yes, you do. You going for the other knoll or the giant hyena?
That's a good question.
Go for the
like I gotta
regular
go
knoll.
big.
Oh.
I mean, where's the regular knoll gonna go? So I mean,
Got a plan.
so let's go for the big one.
Okay. I like it.
Oh, that was not with advantage. Let me click again, because that's an 11 on the first. But the other one with advantage is better for a 17.
That will hit. The AC is 12, so good thing you went reckless.
Good. For only 7. That's minimal damage.
Okay. All right. Every little bit helps.
7.
Every little bit helps. It didn't like that, so congratulations. All right.
Would that be
Very,
my
very
turn?
good. Turpin, your turn.
Turpin says, "All right, I'm done playing," and he takes his hood and pulls his hood over his head, and just kind of grins a little bit. He's like, "Now we're serious." So he's gonna try another
Please
sickle
don't miss.
attack.
I will
know.
hit something.
I will hit
Knoll.
It'll be hilarious if he does. But I really hope he doesn't. So sickle attack on the knoll.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Get sickled.
That's 15.
Yeah, that matches. There you go.
There
Finally.
you go.
Okay. And so it is so it's hunter's marked, and that's a D4. And he's also gonna throw in a dreaded strike. So he gets
Beautiful.
He gets really determined,
gets really and a D6.
Gets really focused,
Yeah.
and his eyes kind of flash white a little bit as he
Beautiful.
swings the sickle around, and that's going to
Anime.
be 5, 8 plus 5, 13.
13. Good hit. Nice. He's bloodied.
All right,
Nice.
Good job.
and then
I knew you
I-
could do it.
I'm going to take chance another attack of opportunity
Okay.
and go go
15.
1,
He misses.
2, sweet. 3, 4, 5, and turn around and look at Elias and be like, "I'm glad you trust me so much." And then in my
and
turn,
then
there,
Elias says, "Oh, Turpin, I forgot you were here."
Beautiful. All right. Well, it is Cal's turn.
All right, I'm gonna bonus action move my hunter's mark to the knoll right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Smart.
No, you don't miss this one.
I hope not.
Okay.
That's an 18 on the dice, so I'm gonna hit.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I'll say.
All right, so that's D6 and
First time this
That's-
creature has taken damage.
yeah, but it's gonna be 3d6 because
Because you got a great
Hunter's-
sword and a hunter's mark.
Yep.
kill him.
So I can re-roll a 1 or a 2.
Yep. You have to take the new result.
Yes. Oh, on the
I
floor,
lost
so it
my
doesn't count.
special D20 there. The same
Ooh,
way.
Sweet. 18
Math
points
break.
of damage.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Huge
Nice.
hit. Carves right up the midriff, and the creature grabs instinctively at its guts to keep them intact. But he is not looking good after that. That was a huge
Yeah.
fight.
Mhm.
Huge.
Yeah. The re-roll rolled up from a 1 to a 6. So
Nice.
That helps a lot. That helps a lot. All right. Any movement or bonus action? Oh, you use your bonus action.
I already used my bonus
Yes,
action,
yes,
and I'm
you
going
did.
to stay right there to keep this guy engaged.
Perfect. Arlen, your turn.
Okay, so there was the eagle that
Mhm.
dropped off
Mm-hmm.
this human raider.
Yeah.
He's still in the area.
Yeah, the eagle is looking down. It's heard the whistle cry, and
Mm.
it's looking like it's going to try and get down to the raider.
Okay, how close is he?
Um,
Not,
he's probably some 50 feet in the air presently.
Oh, it's not bad.
okay.
That's a bow shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna. Oh well, first of all, I look at the stranger across that helped me with the knoll that I was fighting, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tip my imaginary hat to him, in thanks for his assistance.
How adorable.
And then I'm gonna look up at that eagle, and I'm going to sheathe my rapier and pull out my light crossbow,
Okay.
and I will roll insight on the eagle.
Okay.
That is 19.
Woo. That's what it rolled, but it has a negative on its charisma modifier, so that
You
succeeds.
got it.
You've
So
marked
you
it.
get-
Sneak
Alright.
attack.
Sneak
Yep.
attack.
Pew
Awesome.
pew pew
That is
pew.
huge.
Dodge. Edge.
It's 14 to hit.
14 against the giant eagle. Yes, AC is 13.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Really big things are typically harder or easier to hit unless they're covered in dragon scales.
Mm-hmm.
The crossbow did 4 damage.
Okay, plus
The-
your dex mod puts it at 8,
That was 8.
and then 2d6.
That is 11.
Oh,
Ooh,
jeez, dude.
Nice. Sneak
Huge
attack.
God.
hit. You pull out your crossbow, level the shot, and pull the trigger. As you do, the crossbow bolt buries itself into the neck area where the wings
Oh.
are out, and it lets out this caw of pain. Yeah, and just you see blood begin to run down the bird. That was a good shot indeed.
For movement, I think I'm gonna. I see that the Cal is taking on this knoll right across from me. I'm not gonna really get close to engaging that, but I'm just
Okay.
gonna kind of move up under this little tarp
Okay.
right here,
Great.
just for a little bit of cover.
All right.
And that's it. That's my turn.
Noted. All right. Let's see. Beatrice, still very tearful. She actually tucks down into the cart, knowing that there's a knoll nearby, and is trying to hold in her sobs.
And she's also got kind of like this silvery glitter sheen
Mhm.
to her from
Sure.
the spell, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The giant hyena is going to keep going for it.
I say we name him Dribbles.
Dribbles. That's a 21 by Dribbles.
I'm gonna allow this one to hit. I'm gonna save my reaction in case I really
Yeah.
need it later.
Yeah.
He
10
says, "Bring it,
piercing
Dribbles."
damage, which is halved to 5.
Yeah, that's amazing. Barbarians are cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. The
And listen, it's like there's no consequences if I muck things up for you guys. You know, that's your problem to deal with later.
right.
Yeah, there you go.
So the
The
eagle.
eagle comes down, and I'm gonna have it roll an acrobatics check. Natural 1.
Ooh.
Smashes into the cart area where the raider was. He lets out a curse. Yeah, that eagle is just—it's done for. Tomias, your turn.
Oh, the eagle's dead.
The eagle is dead.
No
Oh
way.
my! The
Oh,
eagle
come
has
on.
landed. That is awesome. Okay. Okay.
Ball of fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna whack him. Yeah, my bonus action. I'm gonna whack him with a ball of fire.
Goodness gracious.
of fire.
Yeah, I just run it right into him again. So he's got to
Okay,
take another
dex
dexterity
save.
DC 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's a 9.
This guy
Nice.
just
Okay,
watched
eight-
his ride die.
8 damage.
And all of a
Eight
sudden he
more
gets
damage.
this giant ball of fire right at the
Yep.
right at the wazoo.
Yeah, he's.
burns.
You see as the ball smashes into him. This time he's not able to get out of the way of it quickly, and it engulfs him for a brief moment. And as it rolls and hits, he staggers back, falls backwards, and you can see where his face is charred from the impact. Yeah, he would be considered bloody now at this point.
Oh, he's
Nice.
bloody. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just-
Great.
In this terms, we call him chartied.
Yeah, really.
It's not really bleeding. It's just, ugh.
Oh, yeah.
It's that burnt Anakin look.
Okay.
Not quite that level, but he's not screaming "I hate you" yet.
That's
Okay.
4th degree burn territory. Daisy.
All right, I'm gonna cast
Yeah.
magic missile on him then.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jeff wants this dude dead.
Yeah, he does.
He's out for
All
blood.
right.
Well, you know what? No, I
How-
changed my mind. I'm so sorry. I changed my mind. I
Don't
want
apologize
him-
for that.
Nope. I am casting sleep on him.
Okay,
Oh.
that's what I was.
Ah.
Okay. All right.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I like
so,
this idea.
Go ahead and roll your. Is it 5d8?
5d8. Yep. Sorry. Yep. This was my original plan. I just forgot about it. Oh, pretty good. If he's got under 17 hit points, he's asleep.
It worked.
Nice.
He's off
We
to
have a
dreamland.
prisoner.
Okay. I already rammed
We
him.
put
Okay.
he's severely burned, so we put him in a medically induced coma.
Coma. That's right.
It seems in your anger
Leave
you
it.
killed
Leave
her.
it to the giant, or leave it to the. Leave it to the doctor.
Yeah. Oh well. Here we go.
Go to
All
sleep.
right.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Awesome.
Is there an anesthesiologist subclass?
Yeah. That's right. That's it.
There you go. There you
God's
go.
like, "Ah, last time we did that, it was with fish.
Okay. Let's see. There are
Sorry, Fenris, you're on your own still.
three Knolls still.
I'm
The first
trying.
one.
I know he's doing all the hard work, and you're fighting this
Oh,
tough guy.
yeah. Well, I mean, here we go.
I'm a barbarian.
That
That's
is
all I
going
meant
to
do.
be a 4 to hit with a spear on Fenris.
No.
Oh, sorry. No. Sorry. It's a +4 on top of his natural 17, so a 21.
That's a very different roll. Yes.
It's a very, very, very different roll.
21 is very different than 4.
That's why I was like, oh wait, I was stupid.
4. I made 17.
I made the dumb. I made the dumb.
Yes.
So
No, wait,
21.
Do you remember the last turn I just took? That was the dumb.
All right,
You're
so that
learning.
is 6 piercing damage reduced to 3.
All right. Okay.
The one on Cal, natural 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
So that's going to be 12 piercing damage on Cal.
Ouch.
All right.
You know what? Oh, okay, you're okay. Never mind. Never mind.
And I need
And-
to roll concentration.
Let's see. Yes, you do.
13.
Okay.
That succeeds.
16 total. But
The Knoll climbs over here and is not going to go after Turpin, but instead levels a bow shot at Charlatan.
Ooh boy.
That is a
Nice.
23.
That's a hit.
ooh.
Or sorry, 22. So you take 5 piercing damage from the
Oh,
arrow.
now he missed.
Haha. All right.
How much damage?
5 piercing.
All right.
The human raider is fast asleep. Charlatan, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right this time. Okay. First things first. Bonus action, move the spiritual weapon to 20 feet to up here.
You can get some
Attack
flanking
us.
on that.
Attack that knoll. Now
This one's really bad.
it can receive advantage but not give advantage, correct?
That is
Correct.
correct. That is
Okay.
correct. Cal
So-
is the force that provides the advantage.
Right. So this is with advantage.
Hey, Brendan, I just realized something. Sorry,
What's that?
Brendan. I just realized the guy that.
Natural 20.
Oh,
There it is.
Nice.
Twice
Oh,
in
wait.
a row?
There
wait.
it is.
look at that. 26.
Natural 20.
Well, how do you want to do that? Because he only had
Yep.
4 HP left.
So
Come back.
it just stabbed him, right?
Awesome.
Yeah. We'll
So it
slash
stabbed-
right through.
It slashed through it and then like raises up to like re-engage, and all of a sudden, Cal, you just see this blade of silvery light just stick through its chest, like impale it, and then draw itself back, and then there's a floating silvery sword behind it.
That sucker's doing work, man.
Yeah.
And then
a
I
great
am
spell.
going to yeah, I'm within 60 feet. Now I'm going to cast a guiding bolt at 2nd level
Mm.
at the giant hyena.
There you
Okay. Here we go. Mark the spell slot up.
Good shot.
16,
Yeah. The AC is
Alright.
only 12.
and that is 5d6.
Yeah.
Nice.
21.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Now,
And
Charlatan.
lights it up.
Jeez.
Gonna-
advantage the next attack.
Yep. The next attack
And
has
now
advantage.
Next
Oh.
attack is advantage.
Yeah, it's
That's
definitely
awesome.
bloodied after that strike. It lets out quite the yip, and
shot.
yeah, that hurt it quite badly.
And then he says to Turpin, "There's an arrow sticking out of his chest, of Elias's chest," and he says, "Turpin, if you would be a lamb."
I got it.
No, kill the thing that shot me. Kill
Oh,
the thing.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Fenris's turn.
Oh,
Imagine him
Brendan,
trying
I'm
to-
sorry. Can I go back? I'm sorry. I wanted to
Oh,
be
okay.
fair with the rules. The guy
Okay.
the fallen down raider is, if you end his turn within 5 feet of the sphere, he takes the damage
Oh,
again.
He does
which
take
is,
the damage again.
which is a bad. Yeah, I don't want it to, but
yeah, I know.
I gotta be honest. So
I appreciate that.
So he
Take
takes-
take inspiration for playing the rules correctly.
There you go.
he would take
Aw.
5 damage if he fails.
5 more damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he can't. He's not going to make that save.
You don't
So
think
No,
so?
he's
Okay.
he's
Can't
unconscious.
roll.
No,
if
he's
he's
asleep.
asleep.
He's unconscious.
So
Yeah.
the other side of his face
But he
gets
might wake
toasted,
up.
So yeah,
Yeah. Now he's starting to look a little Anakin-esque.
yeah.
Well, I was
there you
gonna
go.
say if he takes damage, does that affect his sleep status at all?
Oh,
It wakes him up.
he's-
It
he's
wakes him up
It
awake.
does
immediately.
wake him up.
Yeah, which
Yep.
is a bummer.
Fenris,
That
your
was a
turn.
smart idea.
Yeah.
But
Any
that was at the
Fenris.
end of his turn. So yeah,
So
that means
he
that
doesn't- he
he's
can't do anything his turn, right?
Yeah.
correct.
So let's see if I can put this big hyena down.
All right.
You've already
Yeah.
got
'Cause
advantage.
you have
I
advantage.
guess I don't have to go right this because it's already advantage.
For this one, that is true.
Maybe he can join the
So-
Messers Club.
That is a 20
Nope.
to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
For there's max. That's 12.
12 damage. He's looking real bad.
Wow, he had hit points, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's.
No longer a beacon in the day, but
Yeah.
Well, then let's make this one reckless.
going reckless on this one. I like it.
Oh, it's almost a natural 20. First was a 14. Second one, advantage. This is 16.
16.
Yeah,
Good.
that'll hit.
Nice job.
4. Total of 8.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
Single-handedly, right?
Yes, because I did all of this.
Well, plus a guiding bolt, which really helps.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't
pretend
see
that
that
really
though.
helps.
I'm gonna let him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him keep it.
Yeah, he it hit him on the backside. Yeah, Fairness didn't see this. No, I'm gonna say whenever it goes to bite at me one more time, I catch both parts of the jaws for a second. I put my foot down its lower jaw, and as I'm kind of like slashing at its tongue, I just put my hands on the upper part, and I just extend.
Oh! King Kong him. Okay.
Yeah, so foot driving bottom jaw down, and arm just bench pressing it up.
Nice.
The jaw just snaps. You hear this?
I don't know if
Goes
that would
limp.
kill you, but I hope it would.
It doesn't.
Even not, he wishes he was dead.
Talk about a lisp. You got a
And
terrible
I just
lisp now.
Throw the rest of it down and just like roar at the other one.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay, so
Nice.
we have a black ring there on a large body. So
Yeah.
actually 2 of those. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, that smarts. Very good. Turpin, your turn.
All right. Turpin's going to go 1 or 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
Right there. And crossbow shot the original null that he put on the hunter's mark.
The
on.
original null.
Yeah. Still trying to kill this guy.
Yep.
And so that's going to be tag gummit. That's a 12. I rolled a 3.
Oh man, no, that misses.
That's the
unfortunately.
first one. That's the first attack I rolled.
Turpin's just
with a
really
3.
concerned about Beatrice and
Yeah,
Franklin.
Yeah,
little
he's really
Worried
concerned
about
at the moment.
Franklin more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like So
All right.
he pulls up his crossbow, shoots, misses, and goes, just a minute. Give me about 6 more seconds, and I'll
To
have
the
it."
left.
Yeah. Sorry.
Cal's turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna make my movement. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. I should be able to get right here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll bonus action move my hunter's mark to the last knoll here.
Got him.
It's not quite the last one. It's the next to last one.
Well,
The penultimate mole.
I'm assuming eventually you'll be
Penultimate
able
knoll.
to kill.
By the way, guys,
You know-
great band name.
the
Penultimate
penultimate
knoll.
knoll.
Copyright Fireside Fables.
TM Fireside Fables.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Yes. Yeah, that hits.
Sweet.
Some vigorous D6 action there.
Well, you know me.
Uh,
The reroll 1. Yeah.
You can't
So
roll
that-
unless they're well and truly stirred.
Yes.
That's 20 points of damage. I rolled a 6 on each
Nice.
of my dice.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
That's how
he
you
went
do it.
from absolutely fine to absolutely not. Yeah,
Andrew
this
understood the
Nola's on
assignment.
his last legs for sure. Yeah, that was the bad for him. Very good.
Yeah.
Arlen, your turn.
Dang.
Okay. So I'm looking around, and I only see the one
You
that's
see
across
2 gnolls
from me.
left.
I see 2, but I'm gonna go ahead and go for this one right here. That's just across the open area from me here.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm-
so I'm guessing. Yep. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. I see that. Thanks for the point on the map.
And then I'm
Minor.
going to
Well.
insight.
That I can't hit.
I'm gonna roll inside
This
on
is
it.
why you shouldn't skip breakfast.
Yeah.
I still think that's a great name for a band. 2
Oh.
knolls left. I think that's
It was
awesome.
an 8.
I like penultimate knoll.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I think I like it
Yeah,
better.
the-
That could be their
the-
support group. I don't know.
Yeah,
There you go.
They're a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's
Yeah.
the opener.
I'm sensing a theme.
Ultimate.
Knoll thing.
Okay.
So I only rolled an 8 for the insight on that knoll, but
It's an opposed
I
check.
can still
No, yeah, he rolled a natural 6, and it's a deception check, so it's god awful. It counts. You got
All
it.
right, good.
Okay.
Nice.
fantastic.
Sneak
cool.
attack.
Sneak
So I'm
attack.
gonna go ahead
Sneak
and-
attack.
A D8 will make your attack roll now.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
Is level 3 2d6 or 3d6?
use my
I can't
crossbow
remember.
2.
from where I'm at right
Every
now,
Okay,
odd
yep,
level.
crossbow.
That's right. That's
Correct.
right.
and that's a 21.
Yeah, that hits. Roll the D8 and 2d6.
Okay, that's 9 plus 5. So 14.
Nice.
So
Good
the
hit.
knoll sensed the shot from the crossbow and looks over now at Turpin, just starts to snarl, lets out this yip, and in comes the arrow. How do you want to do this, Arlen?
Wasn't me.
Right.
Nice. Nice.
Focused on me, and so I just line up that shot with his ear, like into his ear hole. And
Oh, he ear canaled him.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hear me now?
Yeah.
He threaded the needle.
Ouch. Ouch.
Ouch.
He sought after and found the weak spot.
Yeah.
Turns out an arrow to the ear will be just as deadly.
Yeah, he just flipped that dude's switch. Just
Oh man.
Yep.
bang, he's out.
I prefer an ear to
And,
the nose, but that's great.
Yeah, whatever.
That was a great shot.
I'm looking up and I see that Fenris and Cal seem to have their
Mm-hmm.
ducks in a row up there, so I'm gonna go movement towards the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the raider down here.
raider,
and
okay.
I'm going with the intention to question him
Mhm.
whenever I have a minute.
Yep. Okay.
But I'm not. I mean, I think that's my whole turn, so I can't really do anything else.
Excellent.
If Cal and I don't have this one up here, then there's something wrong.
Tamaya,
You
it's your
know,
turn.
Okay.
Crazy.
You might
things.
find
I'm
me
gonna
roll
move the-
bad.
I'm gonna move the fire back away a little bit.
Okay.
You know, just I'll keep it just so I see it. This guy coming up, he's been helping us, and I don't want to. Well, that's Arlen.
He's going,
I know
sorry,
Arlen. What am I talking
sorry.
about? Yeah, I don't want to keep Arlen. But is the guy? He's awake now, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And Arlen's right.
And mad.
I hate you.
Screaming.
Yeah, he's hurt. Do I look up in the sky? Are there any other eagles? Kind of coming in as like the secondary rescue team.
Not coming in. You see a lot of them that are this. So this is a spot within the Duskfair,
Mhm.
but this has been an entire Duskfair's worth of action
Oh,
where
it
you're
has.
seeing
Oh.
a multitude of
They
eagles
did
that
to
are
the whole
carrying.
dust fair.
It's not the whole of it, but a massive portion.
Wow.
Quite the timed strike, as it were.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of be merciful on this guy and move up a little bit. I'm casting sleep on him again.
Again, okay.
Yeah, and
Roll
he's
the
out.
5d8.
It doesn't matter. I mean, unless I rolled all. I guess I don't know how many I could roll all ones.
He's got like 2 hit points left or
Yeah.
something. That's
Yeah.
got-
So it's 19.
19, and he
Does Arlen
goes right.
falls? Okay.
back.
He gets up and he goes, "Oh, you!"
Ah, well,
Yeah.
He just goes for him
I
sliding.
hate it.
Yeah, and I just say to Arlen, I just walk, Arlen, tie him up if you will.
Okay, so
We need to talk to this
yeah,
guy.
I think I have some rope, and I'll tie him up real quick.
All right.
Okay.
I into the bird corpse. He's not going anywhere.
The broken bird.
My
Well-
friend.
I don't know how I can I get rid of that fire? I don't know how to.
Yeah, just stop concentrating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want it to go away. I don't need any more. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll help him. tie him
Beautifully
up.
done.
Okay.
Just
Yes.
decide that it goes away.
I like the idea of a wizard unable to stop like a spell from happening because
How do
he
you turn
just
this
can't stop. He can't stop thinking about it.
It's
He's
just so cool again.
I love it. All right.
like, how do I
The
stop?
knoll is going to
touching
try and
all these.
attack Cal. Wow,
That'll hit.
that's a 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that's another 6 piercing damage you take.
Ouch.
I can't number pad anymore because I bound sounds to it. An idiot.
Charlatan, your turn.
Charleston hears Turpin go, "Oh, come on!"
I told you there'd be days like this. Okay, so I'm going to. I'll walk towards the stage.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to
Yep.
there.
The world is a
Um,
stage, Charlie.
Because my spiritual weapon is too far from the knoll, I believe.
Yep. You're about 40 feet away from the knoll, though.
Yeah. I'll do a first level guiding bolt.
Okay. Mark that spell slot.
Your spiritual weapon is 15 feet away. It can move.
Not to the knoll.
20.
To the giant hyena.
Yeah, to
I'm
the giant
stupid.
hyena. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some
Unless he was
reason,
like
I,
a corpse.
yeah.
Is it move what 20 feet? You can move it 20 feet.
20 feet. Yeah,
20
it
feet,
wouldn't be
yeah.
able to make it. It would get right
13?
below Cal. 13 to hit.
Yeah.
That misses. The AC is 15.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Can't seem
Starting to
get
rub off on you a little bit there, Charlatan. Sorry.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do. I'm gonna do healing word on myself for my bonus action. Then.
So that's 2 first level spells.
Can't do it. No.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, one of them would have needed to be a cantrip,
Okay.
unfortunately.
So then, are there any? Okay, let me ask this: Are there any?
Well-
are there any corpses near me that are? Because it's only been seconds technically since they died, that are currently in the process of dying versus full blown dead.
You're looking around and you've seen all of those corpses rem.
They have all remmed. Okay.
Yes,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Okay. So yeah, then I will. I'll move my spiritual weapon up there 5 and 15, 20 to there.
Okay,
behind
sounds good.
Cal, and then that'll be my turn.
All right.
Wait.
And-
It has advantage on me now.
How do I make it? I make it nod. I go like.
Ah!
And I kept on like, look out! This is whatever
It's following me.
Fenris, top of round 5.
You're next. Oh, well then great.
Yeah. 30 seconds is all this has been.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pounce.
Okay.
Meow.
A pounce.
Pounce. Pouncing.
Gummy bears.
It's a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah. How do you want to do this? You only have 2
Jeez.
HP left.
Have you rolled below a 20?
Well, whenever I can give myself advantage, that helps a lot.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's great.
It's still amazing.
I'm just going to like jump on top of him and kind of almost like koala him for a second, because I'm just kind of like tearing into him, and then I'm going to use kind of my more of
He
my
drop bared him.
my
Yeah.
acrobatic skills, as I'm going to like spin him towards Cal a bit, and I'm actually just going to like put my feet on his chest and kick off into like a little backflip, and as I land, I push the knoll back into Cal's blade,
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Nice.
and I just kind of like land it on the
Nice.
other side.
Love
High
it.
five. Ow. Ow.
Love it. This is why we're here.
I love that.
So Cal's like, oh, I'll just okay. Good.
All right. Well, that is all of the combatants in this area. Congratulations.
So when the battle's over and everybody has sort of taken their stock of the situation, Elias turns and looks up to the stage and sees the white-haired man up there. And Turpin, you see him smile a little bit, and then you see him walk forward. And when I'm within, like, say 20 feet, I'll say, "Hello, Cal."
Cal is like, giving Fenris like a pat on the shoulder, like, good job, and he'll turn at the mention of his name, like kind of perplexed, and his eyes kind of go wide.
Fancy meeting you here.
Elias? Okay. Figures. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
You look a little worse for wear.
It's been a few months, but we have a lot to talk about.
I would say that we do.
First things first. We gosh, where? Tobias, Arlen.
We're way over.
Yeah,
And we would have taken the guy. I want to get the guy out of the sight of any flying eagle flying over. Maybe put him underneath a.
At this point, as you're looking up all of the eagles,
They're gone.
they
Okay.
knew that this was a very short window that they had,
Okay.
and
So I
yeah,
don't have to worry about that. Okay. So they're gone, right?
they're gone.
They're all gone.
They're gone.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Arlen, you want to go over? We got this guy. He'll be.
Yeah, we
See what's going on
we'll
over there.
be-
So when they bring the burn when
Yeah, we'll
when
bring
they
him over.
bring the burned guy close, and
The
he's
burn
tied,
victim.
and he is tied up. Elias will go over, and I am going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Decent. It's a decent thing to do.
So
There's
that
some moans and
is-
groans as Fenris's body like shifts back down into his. his human
that's
form.
7 hit points, enough to keep him
7?
alive.
Yeah, for sure.
Relieve some of the pain.
Yeah.
I
He's
see
still
that.
asleep, so
Yeah.
And he said, and
Yeah.
he just the
Some
look
black
on.
armor comes down and like encases his body, and he has like
Yeah.
a respirator for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Well,
He's got a serious asthma condition.
he didn't scream. No.
well, when you do that, we're kind of hauling them together, and I kind of nod my head. I say that is, you can tell a lot about someone how they treat those in their mercy. Thank you.
I point down to the guy. So we were supposed to not kill them.
Oh no,
No.
It's perfectly fine that you killed them, friend.
No,
It's, it would seem to me that this one might have some important information to share. This was a
Potentially.
well-coordinated attack, after all.
I agree.
Yeah.
All the eagles. seem to-
everyone-
Mhm.
This is Elias. I met him. Gosh, that was how long ago was that?
Wait, Brendan, it would have been about a year at least, right?
easily.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been years, but I guess it's really only been about a year.
A lot has happened since then.
A lot has happened. But no, I met him. Well, obviously before I met both of you, or all of you. So,
Well met. Could you introduce us to your other friends?
Yes, this is my adroit halfling friend Turpin.
Turpin is actually
So,
not
yeah.
there present.
Yeah.
You can
point to
see him climbing up into a cart and helping a halfling female to her feet, and you can see
Oh,
just
yes, I almost forgot.
reeks of mascara.
Forgive me. Sure. Sure.
As the attention turns and Elias is walking in that direction, Fenris, there is a tug at your pants.
I look down.
You look down and you can see a child. The child is looking at you intently, not in fear, not in even shock or surprise, and says to you, "There was a house in the field on the side of a cliff, and the waves crashing below were just said to be a myth. So they ignored all the warnings from the ships at the docks. Now the house on the cliff is the wreckage on the rocks."
Well, that's creepy.
Because I stopped rubbing the pain in my hands, and I just pause for a moment, and I kind of like look around to see like if anybody else notices this child.
As soon as you break eye contact and look away and come back, the child is
He's-
gone.
Oh, we're in a Stephen King movie. Okay.
Okay. Immediate discomfort and just
Heebies and the jeebies.
Fenris, are you okay?
Yes. No. Why? Maybe.
A little pale.
And he just looks like he's just got a complete loss of words, and he's just going to sit on that nugget for a second and just.
Okay.
Did anyone see the child?
What?
The child. No, I didn't.
If you,
As you see Elias turn, and he looks back at you and says, "A halfling child."
there was a child a second ago. I just
Human.
I don't know if it's the one you were looking for. I doubt it. He looked more like human, but just young.
Then
There's apparently a lot of kids missing right now, or just not
it's
where it's supposed to be.
At the mention of the kids,
It's
I
a
go back and
market.
get Julia Lynn too. Get Julia Lynn and everybody. I want to run back over
Yeah.
there and just pull me over.
Fortunately, they were
will
able
keep going.
to hide
Okay.
towards the edge of the Duskfair, and they're safe.
Okay, good.
So, do the kids here usually speak in riddles?
I'm
What?
I'm a tourist. I have no idea.
Okay, well,
I don't see a kid, Fenris.
he just started talking to me like in riddles, and like it rhymed. It was about like a city shore and a wreckage and waves, and I listen.
Okay.
But then I looked away and I looked back and he was gone. So
I
It's
think
just-
you need to get some sleep.
I'm
he just goes to back like nervously, almost like rubbing his hands, a little
I'm gonna be
extra freaked out
listening,
now.
but I'm kind of wondering about it. So can I roll perception just to kind of see if there's anything around that?
Sure.
$16.
16. You don't see a child, but you see many Windwall guards rushing into the scene, into the area, and all of them, spears, shields, bring them down and say, "All of you." And then a captain seems to step forward and says, "Hold. Thank you for your help. I managed to get here in time to see what it is that you were doing to aid our city." He makes eyes at you, Timaeus,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a knowing look.
Yeah.
He then looks over towards Fenris, gives a curt nod. It's pretty respectful, and then looks now towards Beatrice, who is crying, and says, "Seems we have a work cut out for us. All right, full sweep. Ask everybody what happened. I want a full story on this, and all of you. I will be getting a full account of this for investigatory reasons. You are all considered to be deputized for the time being. I will need all of your confessions, all of your services. Welcome to
we have-
Kywind."
We have
caught this
someone
one.
over here.
Excellent. And he walks over, steps down, looks at him. Sleep.
Knocked out.
Now he looks back at Timaeus.
He was knocked out earlier, and yeah,
And very badly burned.
badly burned. Yes.
The burn has been healed in certain parts very quickly. He looks up at you and says, "Must be a holy man, I take it."
Yes, a cleric of Kamaria.
Very well. Where did the fire go?
Fire.
Yes, the fire that burned this man.
Oh, I only saw the aftermath, not
He
the
fell
event.
on a torch, and then I winked at Timaeus very obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I was too busy healing him to worry about how he became injured.
I'll put my hand on the captain and say, "Officer, I think
Please
that we
remove your
should."
hands. I might have deputized you, but that does not mean that you and I are on the same level.
At this moment, let's just be happy that more people were not killed, and let's try and figure out what's happening here before we continue down this path.
This is exactly what it is that I'm referring to. If quite indeed one of you happens to be of the Mercurial Order, then that creates its own set of problems. He now looks directly at Timaeus and says, do you have proper valid identification and validation for the magics that you wield, sir?
I do.
Very well. I shall see them.
I'll show him my documentation and I say we are refugees from Corinth.
He takes the paperwork, takes a look. Kronzarii. Very well. I did not know that pupils under Uzarius made their way in this region very often. Pardon my intrusion. Obviously, you are accepted here. And a member of the Order of the Arcanum is welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. He straightens back up and says, I understand now, looking over at Cal, I understand your concern for your friend. I'm assuming with the lack of showing of colors that you are undercover. Perhaps I should have been...
We're trying not to make our presence widely known right now.
I understand. My apologies, sir. Timaeus.
Captain, if
Thank you.
if I may, but a small boy is missing. Perhaps if you would...
Yes, very well. And he begins to make his way over towards Beatrice and begins to hear her side of things. Several of the guard are now walking around the city.
So after
Multiple
he
of them have
leaves-
actually cuffed. They've ironed, locked in irons the individual who is still magically sleeping. They put him onto a stretcher and begin to haul him off. And they say, "We will take care of our." We will have this investigation moving forward. So I do appreciate everything that you've done. And once I have all of your accountants of the incident, I will release you from said service, unless it is that you might potentially be looking for some sort of work within the city.
Potentially.
I'll keep it under advisement,
Yeah. Obviously,
saying that I might find you.
yeah. We'll check in with the guards once we find lodging. We were supposed to do that anyway by direction of the gate guards, so.
Interesting.
we are staying at... What's the name of the inn again?
The Rear Guard Tavern.
Rear Guard Tavern.
Very well. I know
Good.
it.
Elias, like decent.
Yes. The evening's entertainment is something to be avoided, perhaps. But other than that, excellent.
We'll stay with them just to make it easier for you.
And then, as like
Appreciate it.
when Cal says that too, like he's gonna turn his back away from the captain,
Mhm.
and he'll whisper to, just loud enough for Cal to hear, "It is really important that I do not get arrested."
The captain of the guard, he turns and begins to walk away. And as he does, you can see there's a chip on his shoulder.
Literally, like
Yeah, crunch, crunch.
a Pringle.
Yeah. I'll whisper back to Elias here, and I'll say, I think you're the least likely one here to be arrested right now, but we'll play it together.
I'm interested in hearing about this child that's missing. What can we do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he walks around, he speaks in riddles, and then he just vanishes.
No, different.
Wrong child.
different
Your
child.
figment of imagination
Well,
child doesn't exist.
In address, I do find that curious, but I'm afraid that Beatrice's son is,
There's someone that needs our help, Fenris.
and seeing as how she works at the establishment that you are going to be staying at, it might behoove you to.
Beneficial. We might be able to negotiate some free room and board.
Then I guess
Well,
I'll start
actually, the
helping
room and
look.
board is quite cheap, actually.
The
Except
the captain turns, and it's actually then that you can see the actual decorations on him. It's far beyond captain, his rank. And as he turns around, he says, "Right. Once we know more about the potential location, I will let you know. For now, if you wouldn't mind escorting Miss Beatrice back to the Rearguard Tavern.
Yes,
Mhm.
of course.
Captain, may I speak to you
So-
for a moment? Can I speak to you for a moment?
Yes, yes, you may, Mr.
just-
Tobias.
I pull him aside and say, you understand my position here very well, and someone in your excellent position and understanding in the city. I would appreciate it if you did not spread my whereabouts around yet. You can
Very
see
well.
we need to get to the bottoms of things. And
Yes.
So, thank you.
Now, you claimed refugee status coming from Corinth, according to the paperwork that I saw.
Correct.
Were you the ambassador, the Arcanist ambassador there?
Yes, I was.
Very well.
Can I insight? Do I think I can trust this guy? After seeing this,
Yeah, go roll an insight check.
I'm giving him a little bit and trying to flatter him, but I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
10,
I appreciate the roll.
50,
10.
Yeah.
Again, you see the furrowed brow. There's obviously something that he's really, really pensive of at the moment, and that seems to be overshadowing any of the other micro expressions that you would pick up at this moment. He's
Okay.
kind of hard to read.
Okay.
Just because of the nature of the weight of this moment.
Okay. Understood.
But either way, he reaches out his hand and he says, "You can count on my silence."
Appreciate it.
Commander Danny M. Kane, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. You did I hope you can, take care of this prisoner, and if you need any help from us, let us know.
He's one of mine, so
You're
obviously.
kidding. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's
No.
oh. Denium Kane, I'm sorry.
Danium. Danium
Yeah.
Kane. Commander and captain of the Windwall Guard.
Well, you know where to find us, but
Indeed I do.
let's try and we'll connect whenever you're ready. But if you find anything and valuable and you think we could be of help, please let us know.
Very well. He turns and begins to walk off.
So once he's a good chunk away, Elias is going to go over to Beatrice. I'm assuming Turpin's probably over there already too.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
over there. But about the
Yeah.
moment you walked over and started talking to Cal, that's pretty
Yeah.
much when Turpin went the other way
Yeah.
to go check on Beatrice and look in the sacks and try to see if there's any sign of Franklin or not.
And
It's
you've
not.
been searching this whole time, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consoling
So,
her.
At this point, it's
searching-
just turning up all of these potato sacks and just pouring them out, and there's no sign of him.
And Elias is gonna go up to Beatrice and kneel down and say, Beatrice, I am so sorry.
She just closes her eyes and nods. The tears continue to stream. Why did I say yes?
You couldn't have known.
She just hangs her head. The
So many-
shame is apparent on her face.
So many others. Look around you. And I just kind of like let her take in the sight of all the bodies and blood and everything from this
And the
attack.
Rems that are still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters lost their family this day? But you were lucky. He's alive. We can find him.
You see her face screws up in this. There's a kind of hope that's there. And she looks at you and dead in your eyes and says, "Will you bring him back?"
Elias will look to Turpin and then to where Cal is if he's nearby,
He walked over.
and then say, I swear to you by Kamaria, by all the principles themselves, I will not rest until he is in your arms again.
She just breaks down.
We'll do whatever we can, Beatrice.
She takes her hand and places it on your knee.
Yeah.
Just looks over at you and says, "Thank you. Thank you."
I
Serpent."
don't know you, but if it's within my power, I will return your son.
This is Cal. He is an old friend and a paladin.
You can see the comfort is working. She's still obviously very shaken up, but
We will
Well-
find him. We already have a lead.
This
There's a survivor of one of the attackers survived.
it's good.
I have a strange question. Does he carry anything that he could be recognized by? Something that he kept in his pocket?
Yes. Yes, it's a kerchief. It was his father's.
Can you describe it?
It's small. Obviously we are small, and it has a small embroidery on it.
Anything particular about the embroidery?
She chokes up a little more. She's trying to find the words.
Can you draw it, Beatrice?
Yes.
Oh, it's a dove.
A dove.
Just a little black outline of a dove.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
sorry. So sorry.
If you wouldn't mind, Beatrice, actually, all of you, if you wouldn't mind, Cal, come closer. And as soon as they're all within, just to say, when they're all within 30 feet, he's going to put a hand on Beatrice's shoulder and say, "Do not worry, all will be well. The principals are with us." And then I am going to cast, use Channel Divinity to cast Twilight Sanctuary. Just to give the dome the comfort, the peace of the dome.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
It's dim light here. Everybody also gets, let's see, 5 temporary HP, including her.
I'll take it.
How long does that last?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Spheres.
It's temp HP, so
Yeah, it's just yours until you long
Yeah.
rest.
Long
until you
rest.
finish a long rest.
Got
Yep,
it. Thank you.
absolutely. She begins to pick herself up, and she says, "Okay, we have a bit of a walk, but I've got a round on the house when we get back to the tavern."
Thank you.
Don't worry, we're with you.
Yeah, let's go. And she
Okay.
begins to march headlong
Yeah.
into the city.
Turpin will hold her hand and walk beside her.
Oh, and by the way, the sphere goes with us.
Pro-
While we walk.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's centered on you.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's at this point let's take a little break, and we will come back in just a couple of minutes here. But to our audience, it is a good time for a bio break. Take care of all of our physical needs. That way we can come back and finish out this session strong.
We're
But
human beings.
That's right. We have the needs.
Most of
And-
us.
Maybe you are.
That being said, thank you so much. We will see you in just a little bit. And we are back. Thank you so very much for that.
Our bladders, thank you.
Yes.
Very much.
Yes. So nice. All right. So we come back in, still in the late morning of the 15th of Asuni. Beshi, actually, the 15th of Asuni, 6:04 AX. And zooming now through the streets, we come catching up now to the party as they are towards the southern district, actually one of the southernmost districts of Kywind. Still Duskside, obviously, but now coming into one of the streets pretty close to where the main bastion wall runs the length. You can see a tavern, and the sign at the top reads the Rearguard Tavern, and you can hear a small smattering of people on the inside. Beatrice kind of has to brace herself, muster up a little extra courage, and then steps inside and immediately heads for the counter, grabbing an apron, tying it around, and then heads into the kitchen. At which point, you see several individuals. It's not super rowdy in here at the moment. Again, just early in the day for any kind of activity like that. But they're standing on the what is actually a secondary countertop that is a walkway for those of a shorter height. You can see a very old, pale-skinned, piercing bluish gray eyes with curled floppy ears and this grayish that is quickly going to white hair, a gnome with gratuitous amounts of nose hair. And he looks up and goes, "Well, I guess we have more visitors."
Yes, we do.
Excellent.
Can
Can always use an extra coin.
Rooms near ours would be most appreciative.
Rooms near yours we appreciate it. Sure, you got it. As long as you got the coin, no problems.
Yeah.
And gives you a little toothy grin.
How much for a room?
Brace yourself.
Yeah, rooms here about 2 silver a night.
The ear of the elephant was almost just as much.
Right. It's because my food's so dang good.
It's actually very,
Food is
very
excellent.
good.
Well, I'll pop them 2 silver over.
Well,
for at least tonight.
I can pay for it. It's okay, because I got to pay for Julia Lynn too and her family. And
You sure?
He's doing the old man thing with, the really floppy lips where he's just kind of playing with them and kind of chewing on nothing, and it's unsettling.
Good sir. While my friends are counting their coin, you weren't planning on letting Sebastian play tonight, were you?
Oh, please. I'm a big fan.
Oh,
Does he want to? You being his agent and everything.
I don't.
I'll talk to him.
He's always going to want to. Turpin, I wish you wouldn't encourage him.
Who's this?
He's like my favorite.
Yes, but only for comedic reasons, correct?
Well, I mean, he knows how to
You're
draw
not the
crap.
one that has to live with him.
If he's not feeling up tonight, I mean that's okay.
Oh, he's always feeling up to it. You know that.
Elias,
Yes, I'm certain he will want to. Yes.
well, we need to talk at some point tonight.
What's your name? I gotta put your name down for the reservation, big guy.
Cal.
Cal.
How many people in a room?
There's probably 40 at the present moment.
No, I mean, in each room.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
right, in each room.
Yeah, sorry. No,
40.
Big room. Really big
Party,
rooms.
buddy.
Well, that's yeah, clubhouse.
That's more of a venue.
Really big rooms.
Only one crapper.
Yeah, one bathroom, 40 people. That's right.
I run a hostel.
Yeah.
Key to the bathroom's extra.
This is more of a shelter.
No, but he kind of straightens up. We can comfortably fit 2 to 3 per room. If you're on a smaller size, 4 or 5. Little here.
Okay, well,
So
we
what?
gotta
Four rooms?
Fenris and Cal and I. We can be together. We're used to it. And
Yeah, and
we can
then
put Julia
what
Lynn and
family?
her family in the other room. So
Yeah.
2 rooms.
So
I
two
can
more.
bunk with somebody as well.
Three more.
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
Arlen. I always forget about you, Arlen, because you're just so
Oh,
accommodating. You're always.
So that's why I said 3 rooms.
Yes, you did. 3 rooms. Yeah, we can.
Three
we can
more.
Reminds me of
Very
someone.
good.
But
Okay,
I
I'll,
can't-
give him a gold and tell him to keep the.
He offers his liver spotted little hand for you to shake, Cal, and he says, "Fizzlewick Muddyrump the Third at your service."
Cal Trevelyan at your service.
Fizzlewick.
Well, and Brendan, we've been staying here for how long now at this point?
I think this is like your 12th or 13th day.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
Okay.
Wow.
So when that's all done, Turpin's actually gonna walk around to Fizzlewick and kind of put his hand on his shoulder and whisper in his ear and update him.
I like getting him with that one.
Hey, oh man. And then
Fetch me
update him
caramel.
I'm gonna update him on this situation with Franklin.
Gotcha. Yeah. What do you mean he was kidnapped by Eagle? I always
Well-
tell him not to get in those blasted potato sacks. So what? We lost. We lost a sack before, and Beatrice just won't let it go.
Not really sure how to respond to that. But your Franklin's not here right now. Like he's gone, and
That's a
these
problem.
gentlemen are going to help us find him.
Yes. Very well.
And Fizzlewick, if you would be so kind as to... Perhaps Beatrice could use the night off.
Yes.
Let me check with my other cooks and see if they're available. Hold on. He steps down and plods off.
He's really quite lovely when you get to know him.
I mean,
He seems very charming.
Should we get a meal and talk?
yes, definitely get some food.
Yes, if you were hungry, I ate earlier. But please
Need
have
to
some.
food.
You've been on the road a while. It's definitely time to get some food. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
The lamb is especially good.
Oh. Haven't had lamb in a while.
All right.
But yes, Cal, you are correct. We should discuss perhaps a more private table.
More private.
Yes.
There a meeting? Something like that. I couldn't.
There might be. It's possible. We've been using our room for meetings,
Yeah.
but
Well, let's get
we
food
won't all
first.
fit in
and-
there.
Food first. Always
Food
down for
first
food
and-
first. I like the food first idea.
Yeah. Well, we can talk and get to know each other a little bit.
Is there anyone we could talk to about keeping an eye out for the kid and just kind of the child and help it? Just I don't know, get word out. Do you know of anybody we could?
He flew off in an eagle.
Yeah.
But
So-
but the interesting thing is the soldier that we captured was a soldier of the guard, so he may very well be local.
I find that interesting, but I also find interesting the fact
He's-
that he was stealing potatoes.
So wait, you're saying that the fellow that came down on the Eagle also happens to be a guard here in Kywind?
Remember,
That's right. The commander told me
Ooh.
that.
That's odd.
this is going to be an interesting investigation.
I don't.
I thought the cities were supposed to be safer. I feel like
Well,
I'm attacked more
that's
inside
not been
the
my
walls than
experience.
outside.
It's just a
Has-
different kind of danger, typically.
Yeah.
When you've got
Ask
large
him-
groups of people anywhere, it's not exactly safe.
How many times have you guys had giant eagles swooping down and attacking your market?
Oh, this is the first time.
Including this one?
It seems like every city
that
I
number
stay in-
approaches 0.
Yes, it's quite close.
It's just really unfortunate that like a lot of
We
the
were
big
attacked
cities-
by an owlbear on the road, though.
Well, yes, there were
That did
The-
happen.
the baby owlbear first, but
Yes, which was
there was the
unfortunate.
unfortunate event with that. Whoa, hey, speaking of that,
Yes, is Baldo nearby?
I would assume he's in his room, so we should probably go check on him.
Baldur?
Yes.
Another one of a traveling companion of ours.
The tall
he
feller
has-
here would like to meet
Yes,
him probably.
Yeah.
You notice the similarities?
Yes, I did grasp that. Yes. I'm sure you will get along like a house on fire.
You know,
I just
somebody else
realized
that turns
we just
into a
watched
cat?
somebody nearly burned to death. I'm so sorry.
Elias. Precision of language, please.
Yes.
Let's
Forgive me.
No. Well, as I was saying, yeah, the last city I was in, a giant toad jumped over the walls and destroyed the
I'm
city.
sorry,
so
did you say toad?
yeah,
With the
Yeah,
G?
I'm not sure how we actually got that one. Most of the others I was
now that's a
part of
new
the
one.
wrangling crews, but that one shocked me as well.
yeah.
How big of
So-
a giant? How big is giant? That's a really
Like
nebulous term.
bigger than this?
Big. That
That's-
big.
Yeah.
That's the Turpin sticks his arms
that's-
out.
yeah.
That's
You know,
pretty
like
big.
the you know, like the giant hyena that we killed today.
Yes.
Like bigger than that.
Oh my.
So the frog could
Ju-
you know,
like
swallow the
swallowed
hyena.
people whole.
It's
now that would
swallowed
be
people.
something to see.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there were manticores. So
Well,
I'm sorry if I'm a little bit tense because
Yes.
the first thing that we do whenever we come into this city
you
is
need a drink.
Oh,
You need a drink. I will get drinks. Turpin, take them to the table,
absolutely. Follow me, fellas.
and then I'll buy a round of drinks for the
There you go.
table.
When I asked
Cost
Julie
you a
Lynn
gold.
if she'd like to go up to the room and I could bring her something, and if
Yes,
they want to rest.
please, and
Okay.
thank you. We are just going to pass out for 3 days.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I'll bring
You
you.
might
they,
want to get something to eat first.
Yes.
Highly recommend a meal. You could take it to the room. but
Yeah, we'll
I
take
was
it
just
out.
about
highly
to ask,
recommend
can we
get
can we
something to
have
eat
you
first.
deliver it to us, please?
Yes.
And if you see an
I'll bring it up
exceptionally
myself.
large, terrifying man up there,
Yeah.
he's harmless.
Yes,
He really is quite nice.
and that really is the best description of him. He kind of stands out.
Yes, you'll know him when you see him. He's,
A gentle giant. As
yes,
it were.
and-
Okay.
and-
He's
I mean,
grumpy.
don't make him angry, but he's. Never mind, you'll be
Gen-
fine.
Would you
Giant,
not like him
yes.
when he's
Gentle.
angry?
No, you wouldn't. Tried to eat me once.
Well, there was that.
I'm
That's-
okay. Children, let's please go upstairs. And she turns and begins to get her children out of the. Out
And
of
we
the
have a
tavern.
room. We know a room.
Make sure
number,
to
so we can have
smile at
food
him.
put
He'll
up.
smile
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
it's
Okay.
fine.
Cal just says, "Sound. Why is everything so difficult?"
I know.
It's like I'm surrounded by weirdos.
Oh,
Very well.
So,
D&D.
You sit down at a table, and eventually a round of drinks are brought over. It just costs you a gold.
Yeah.
Elias.
oh,
Yep,
okay.
I got it.
There you go.
Oh,
It comes in
and
pints.
he has to go get it.
It comes in pints.
It comes in
Comes in
pints.
There you go. Oh yeah, I
new
forgot
cup,
you got that
new
new
one. Oh, everybody's got their
There you go.
flagons.
Yeah.
What is this? This doesn't count, does it? You can't even see this.
You can't even see it.
Glass.
I've got this can of lighter fluid.
Cheers to. Oh, wow. Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Chug,
better.
chug,
I got-
The Fireside Fables does not endorse the chugging of lighter fluid.
Or
No.
hot sauce.
Please consult with the
I'll
doctor
pour.
that you
I'll
trust.
pour the last of my drink here into my flagon for.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Was it
Role
Jared?
play
That was
here.
what the devil's octopus. Was that the hot sauce you had?
Yeah. No. The devil's off.
What?
It's
What
an
is
eight.
happening?
It's
Is
an
that-
eight. I don't know.
Copyright Fireside Fables.
You're right. It's like, is that a thing? Like,
I don't know. Anyway.
Wow.
Okay.
It
All
is
right,
now.
well,
No Hydra. I
Here we
guess.
are.
You know.
8 distinct
Oh, no.
spices to make this.
Lest we forget, the last campaign, Brendan put a shop in Bannockburn called that Bloodbath and Beyond.
and then-
Oh, I remember talks of that.
yes.
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 Well done.
So,
Okay.
Elias, last
Yes.
I saw you, you were a lot further south.
Yes.
Turpin just kind of
miss-
giggles a little bit.
I do miss Dolorain.
Me too.
I'm assuming we're among friends here and can talk
Yes.
somewhat openly.
Yes, I
I'm from
trust
Dolorain as well. That's fascinating.
Really
trust each of these members of my party with my life.
excellent. As I feel the same way about Turpin.
We've been through a bit.
Insight check.
Okay, go for it.
Here we are.
Have at it, bro.
Don't trust any of them.
Is he being polite?
Yeah.
More
Is
of a
this
joke.
actually
More of a
charlatan?
joke. More of a joke.
Yeah.
Joke roll.
Yeah.
But
It's like Gunner's over there going, his name is Charlatan. Inside check him.
16.
Yeah, let me roll again. Let's see. That would be this one. And roll to
Turpin's actually
self.
trying to kill me.
Made that mistake before.
Yep.
How much did you roll?
16.
He's telling the truth.
Okay.
Well, I believe him. Yeah.
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 So
Yeah, that's good.
I can't. Are you still a member of your order? Yeah, I said that one kind of low too, just on purpose.
No. You warned me that there was something up, and I think I've discovered parts of it.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I was on the run whenever I made it to Corinth. And I was in Corinth for at least but a day or so before the city fell. And since then, I've been on the run with my friends here. We've been caring for the family that you saw and a bunch of other refugees that all found different places to stay along the road. It's been an incredibly trying few months for us.
Of
How
course.
far away is that?
The
the
other side of the
length?
continent.
The length of the continent, yes. It's quite far.
Took us over 2 months to reach here,
Oh.
mostly on foot.
And you
thought
say the
we had
city,
it bad.
and you say the city has fallen completely.
Completely. We were some of the few that made it out.
Is there
Quick
anybody
actions.
listening to us, by the way? I'm sorry.
Make a perception check for me, Timaeus.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking, uh-oh, how much are we going to share?
Yeah.
Good. 23.
23,
Nice.
good roll.
Wow.
There are people that are pretty much engrossed into their own conversations. There's one that is kind of looking in your direction, but mostly making eyes towards Fenris. Doesn't really seem to be able to listen in. It's way further on the other side of the bar.
Okay.
Big guy, big dark skinned guy.
Well, I'm sorry that. I'm sorry I was right.
I didn't want to believe you, but
What do you write about?
That's
well,
what I was gonna ask.
I'll let you tell them, Cal. It's your story, not mine.
there isn't a whole lot to say. As you know, I'm no longer a scale. I've a little over a year ago, I met our good friend here, and he informed me that the scales weren't all that they seemed to be. Which just put me on alert. And I'm not going to get into too much detail, but just the scales aren't the force of good that I thought they were.
You may want to tell them what the scales are about.
That was gonna be my next question.
Well, let's see. So
I'm reading your
with,
mind, Adam.
With
Yeah.
Turpin being from Doloran would probably know, right? No, he wouldn't. Okay.
So, do you know about the Arcanum?
Is that a band?
No. So basically,
Turpin's had a series of mild to severe head injuries.
I was isolated
Hmm.
for a while.
That's-
Um,
that's fair. So the Arcanum, basically every single magic user in the land is required to be registered with the Arcanum.
oh, okay.
And the scales are the enforcers. So,
Is,
and to not be in
Enforcer
that,
of magic users.
to ensure that they are not abusing the law or their power.
Got it. And you used to be a
One
scale.
of those very members.
Okay.
When you saw the commander
And from
today,
what I saw, quite good at the job as well.
the commander today was, as you saw, I am a wizard,
Yes.
and
Noticed.
I had to make a quick decision. I am a member of the Arcanum, but well, we can talk about this later. Cal and I are kind of on common paths, discovering that maybe our organizations aren't all they should be sometimes.
Are they ever?
Yeah, but it's sometimes it's worse than you think. And anyway, so I had to make a decision, and I was hoping to go unnoticed, but could not.
Same.
So I don't know if he noticed you, Cal, or you won't bear any symbols. I don't know.
He noticed that I was no longer wearing symbols, and he suggested that I was undercover, which I affirmed with him for the time being.
That's what he assumed about me. So, unfortunately, that means that I may have to take a more official route for a while. They know I'm here, even though they don't have my correct name, but he knew about me.
Yeah.
So I did not want to have to do this early, but we couldn't be arrested.
I agree.
Agreed.
If you have to appear in official capacity, I'm going to do my best not to be by your side. I hope you don't.
No offense.
My order is probably searching for me, and if they hear that I am here, just be aware.
Okay.
But
Well, you'll be happy to know that we, Turpin and myself, and our friend Valder, are here for less dramatic reasons, albeit still important ones.
I appreciate that, Elias.
We are here and have been for some time now on the waiting list to visit the local Reverie Gate.
Oh, interesting.
they have a waiting list?
It's quite long, actually.
Oh, wow.
Like
We
how
got on
long?
the list and have to wait about 3.5 weeks. So, yeah. It's a popular place, I hear.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, it's Turpin is
Okay.
the one.
Turpin, I directed him, yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's the complicated part. I'm not sure. Well, they're lost, but I'm not sure if they're
Gone?
lost. If that
Usually people go into the Reverie Gate hoping to see someone. Turpin is actually hoping for the opposite.
right. It's fastest way to get an answer for whether or not my parents are alive or not.
I see.
Haven't seen them in a long time.
So
Have you ever been to the far plane before?
Nope. Not that I know of. I'd probably remember.
Visiting the dead is something you will remember.
I would imagine.
I've never been myself either. You keep mentioning this Valder fellow.
Yes,
Who's
He
how do we put it?
he's an introvert. Likes to keep to himself.
He was what's the phrase I'm looking for here, Turpin? Compulsory servants?
A
A
slave?
Yes,
yes.
that's fair. I wouldn't use that language around him.
Involuntary employee.
Involuntary employee.
Indentured servant?
Yes, that makes it sound more classy than it was.
Yeah.
It was he was fighting in an arena.
Yeah.
Gladiator.
Yes.
boy.
I didn't want to bury the lead,
Yeah.
but he doesn't like talking about it.
That's
It's awful.
It's got a rough
But
past.
he does have abilities not dissimilar to your friend Fenris, was it?
he turns into a cat?
Not a
Fenris.
cat.
What?
No,
Not a cat.
No.
It's not a cat. It's actually a bear. It's a bear.
Mm,
It's a very big bear.
very big.
Wow.
Like the fight between the owlbear and Balder was actually
It-
quite something to see.
It was actually quite something, and probably could have been avoided had he not
Fallen
eaten
off of
the
his.
owlbear cub.
Eaten?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
So
felt
is
bad
he
about it later. I
Run
promise.
because
He
of
did.
this?
I'm sorry.
Is he
What
on
was
the run
that?
because of his condition? Or
No,
Uh,
he's not so much on the run as he is. I doubt they're looking for him, but he's trying to find some answers here in Seike.
Aren't we all?
And seeing as how there was a reverie gate nearby, we decided to tag along.
Fenris, you said that like that wasn't like a super common thing, was it?
no?
He
For
actually
people?
would be. Yeah, actually, now that I'm, and forgive me if this is insulting to you at all. I do not mean to stereotype you in any way, but you seem to be a native of Seike, correct?
You could say that.
Is Valder a
I'm
native?
certain. No, he's from
No.
Freerheim, but Finioska.
Pinyoska.
But if he, I guess too
Old
many F
place.
words, Brendan.
Forgive
Don't
me.
forget.
Be more specific.
He did. He I'm sure he would actually be quite pleased to make your acquaintance in particular.
He would be very interested, I'm sure.
So how was he made then?
You know, he
Maybe.
didn't say.
I'm not sure he knows.
That's
That's
Maybe.
probably
he's
more
very,
like we
he's
just.
very intelligent. He's a little monosyllabic.
Yeah. Common, not his first language kind of thing.
No,
You know, I don't
No.
know that we even asked.
we did. I
did we?
did.
Okay.
He didn't want to
Is that
talk
when
about
he
it.
tried to eat you?
No, that was earlier.
There was a little more
Again?
screaming.
Didn't really have much control of himself at the time, but was a near thing.
So he
It was.
so he struggles to control.
Yes, very much
You
so.
could definitely say that.
Yes, yes. He is the bane of all owlbear cubs until he gets himself under control.
Not the worst terror name, but
No.
could be better. You guys are you're impressive to survive all this.
No, it was it
Oh,
was
he-
actually quite easy. Now that I think about it. Other than the owlbear incident, it was actually quite pleasant of a journey.
Elias is just a big bag of fun, let me tell you.
Oh, well,
So you're here waiting, and now we have this child missing.
yes.
Yes.
The
that's-
son of a good friend.
Yeah, and I would. Yes, and that is.
We'll just have to be careful with this because we're towing a very fine line, I think, with the guards.
Yes. I too would appreciate all of your
Not
discretion.
being, yeah.
Not that they're looking for me or I have anything that would keep me from staying out of or being noticed by them. It's just that
Yeah.
such attention makes me uncomfortable.
Well, a couple of you are talking about being here in an official capacity. Is there any way that we can maybe leverage that in the hunting down of these? What did the captain
I don't-
commander call them?
Oh yeah, he said something. What was
The
it?
Mercurial Order.
Mercurial order, yeah.
The
So,
mercurial order.
The
You go ahead.
mercurial orders
Actually,
are
I think actually Timaeus might be
No, it's okay.
in-
better.
No, go ahead. Well, because actually,
Thank you.
Cal might know more about unfortunately, than I do, because mercurial is what I am not.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Because, see, I'm sorry. Charlatan was wondering if maybe you were.
No.
Okay.
No, Timaeus is very much a member of the Arcanum. Thankfully, he had his papers to prove that today.
Excellent.
Mercurial Order is what you are more or less branded as, the group of non-controlled mages who have rebelled against.
Excellent.
Oh.
They're the people I used to hunt down.
Yes, I was starting to think that perhaps maybe you had absconded with a fugitive, Cal. And I am, while I would not be opposed to such an action, it does make things simpler. So forgive me, Timaeus. I did not mean to offend you.
Well, perhaps this gives us an advantage now because I do have some diplomatic pull now.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Kind of what I was thinking, actually. Yeah.
Right. The downside is, as I
spotlight.
look around, is I'm not sure whose side anyone is on. Let's just put it that way.
Yes. Well.
So, I think we play the ambassador card last if we play it at all.
Yeah, I agree. The more if I do that, suddenly we have a spotlight.
Impressive.
But it
It's
may
a big
already.
card.
I may already have to come to that because of.
Yeah.
I had
Forgive me, though. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, please, after you.
Timaeus, are you saying that, and I say this especially quietly, just leaning forward across the table, you were a Dolish ambassador to the city-state of Corinth?
For the Arcanum, correct.
So not just a member, a representative.
Correct.
Ah.
Wow.
Who's been missing for 2 months?
Your
I
Majesty.
No,
Not quite. No.
He's not
that's,
royalty?
Not a thing.
no.
Um,
It is very much an honorific. However, there is
They
a
will
chain of
be
command.
looking for him, yes.
But okay, here's the thing. And again, I look around again. I don't even know if Cal, you know this, or Arlen. They knew about Corinth's fall, and they did not do anything. They did not warn us.
The Arcanum.
Yes. That seems to be as far as I can tell. I received notice from another source that warned me, and that's what Julia Lynn was able to get out, and her family, and she left for me a note. So
That changes a lot of things.
there's some good people, I have no doubt.
Sure.
But something is wrong.
I mean, I still obviously have friends in the scales too, but
Right.
that's. I mean,
Wow.
we did specifically turn away from Minode to come to Kywind instead. We took the long way around.
And precisely to stay away from the larger
The tower.
Yes, the tower. The tower, correct.
So Elias will give Cal kind of like a it's kind of like the same look he gave you a minute ago when he told you that he was sorry he was right. Like it's almost like an echo of that again.
Mhm.
Well,
No.
perhaps we need all this this trouble and needs is what we could do is a good palate cleanser. Saving a
love-
boy from a
Mhm.
sack of potatoes, perhaps.
Getting out of the city for a little bit.
Well, at the least, wherever it was that those eagles were going. But still, why steal potatoes? unless somehow the eagle knew that there was a boy in the bag.
Does seem odd.
And they were like, did you guys see? But there was a third eagle too. Did you see
That dropped the cages? Yes.
Yeah. Well,
And
then
we saw more. We saw significantly more than 3.
More,
right, Brent?
There was a lot of
like,
eagles
lots.
coming down and
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah, we had three different crews retrieving something, plus the ones that dropped the animals.
The cages, yeah,
cages.
with the gnolls in it, and just to
Gnolls.
have gnolls on hand is not an easy thing to do.
thinking back, GM,
Sure.
did Cal notice the other eagles that were taking off around the area with other objects, or
Yeah, it would have been more of the
That's it.
same. Some came and dropped off
okay?
more of those cages. Like the area that you encountered the gnolls in, that is not the only place that they had that problem.
Okay.
So there were different groups that were
So-
doing different things. They were either dropping distractions
Dropping-
or delivering individuals
People
to go and
up.
hit
steal.
priority targets and steal.
Did we
Okay.
see
So-
when we tied up the
Um,
guy? Did we see what he had when Arlen was tying him up? Did Arlen see?
It was a little lockbox that he had.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know. You
I
remember
was
you
just
mentioned the
about to
lockbox.
ask.
Go ahead.
So, so Arlen is listening to this whole conversation. He's right there, but he's
Mhm.
very quiet, contemplative, and he is trying to. Well, first of all, in the back of his mind, he's wrestling with some stuff
Mhm.
personally,
Mhm.
but thinking about the boy and the whole raid and everything like that, he's trying to remember things that he perceived. So he noticed the lockbox,
Mhm.
but there was another thing that was taken. Brendan, he was in line of sight of that first
Mhm.
raider on the other side, was he
Mhm.
not?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Can I retro perception roll that particular
Retcon a perception check.
Yeah.
a
I'll
memory
say-
retcon?
Yeah, I'll say with this, let's go ahead and make the roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Trying to remember.
Oh, hang on. 13.
It's a
13.
pretty good disadvantage
It
roll.
is.
Yeah, it is.
The immediate thing that strikes you is the efficiency at which the individual knew where to be dropped, where to look,
Mhm.
and where to grab,
Hmm.
and how quickly the turnaround was. Your immediate
It was,
idea is this is an inside job.
Absolutely.
this had to be an inside job. It was too
Wow.
far too efficient, far
My
too.
friend, I think you were correct.
Yeah, with one of the attackers being of the guard. It's
Agreed.
Brendan,
so
can
do
I
you think
try
they
to
were-
can I
Go
try to
ahead.
remember? Can I try to remember if when we were looking out over watching the eagles fly off, were any of them carrying people? Or was it
or just items?
just items?
Roll a perception check for me. Again, disadvantage.
Oh no, 9.
9. You're trying to think back
One
on
of them
it.
was a 15.
No.
Oof.
As you're
Frustrating.
trying to think back on it, there's your mind is just it's busy.
Yeah, yeah. I've been given an information
Well,
avalanche here just a second ago. So yeah, it makes sense.
I'm sure we can get the details from the guards of exactly what all was taken.
I would
But-
very much like to talk to this survivor.
The interesting thing is the commander was upset when he realized it was one of his own men.
Well,
Now,
I'm
but-
sure.
But there's, you have two possibilities. Either he's upset that this corruption existed, or
It was caught.
So
he was,
the guy
some-
got caught.
someone was caught. So I don't know which. I couldn't read the guy.
And it's
seems-
possible Commander Kane is actually a member of this conspiracy.
It's hard to tell. He's a very proud person, and you could see that he's got something to prove. But to prove to who is the question, isn't it?
You begin to hear a rather intense creaking on the stairs, very heavy footfalls.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh, I think I hear Volder coming.
Balder,
And eventually,
over here.
a man turns round the corner from the staircase, and to those sitting at the table,
Gosh.
the 6'9", easily some 400-pound man.
Oh, yeah. Zangief in real life.
Yes,
You're not a bad guy.
a huge beard that has been twisted, tied into ornate knots, dreadlocked hair that is just wild and disheveled around the side, turns, notes Turpin and Elias sitting at the table and says, "Broke window."
Again?
Yes.
It cost me 4 silver to. Never mind.
I'll get
I'll
it
pay
this
for
time. I'll get it this time. It's okay. I'll talk to Fizzlewick.
There
Come-
was
come, Balder.
child in window speaking riddle to me.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Say that.
Small
Fenris.
child.
Vindication.
It wasn't
My friend, I apologize. I did think you were concussed.
Volder, this wouldn't be Franklin by any chance, would it?
No, not
Okay.
Franklin.
Little human
We're-
boy.
Very
Thinking about
small
a shore,
human. Talks
about a
about
shore and a ship and a wreck and
cliffs and rocks.
Volder,
Ignoring
Fenris,
warnings.
Volder. Volder, this is a new friend of ours. Come sit.
We've
Have
set
you
up a
eaten
play
din-
date.
Have you have you
I
had
do
dinner
not
yet?
Take,
Come
like-
take
straight.
my chair or
I
two.
do not like new friends.
No, this one you'll like. He's Sikaean.
Fenris, does this sound like what you
why
heard? He was saying
Volder
something.
care about Sikaean?
Volder,
Oh.
tr-
You here to
trust us,
talk? You-
Volder.
you
You're,
came here
you're
to talk
going
to
to
us?
want.
He turned into a cat.
At that, he looks right at you, Fenris, and just sits. the chair,
said,
yeah,
yeah,
was solid
was-
Eve.
I was trying to be subtle, Elias, but
Well,
okay.
he wasn't biting.
I.
Sometimes you have to jiggle the lure.
It's the biting part that we're trying to avoid.
That's
Okay.
true.
You lose and waste too much time trying to chop words too small.
Just
Hmm.
he turns into a cat. You turn into a bear. Discuss.
It is interesting to me.
so you just can turn to a bear whenever you want.
I must be very angry. I try not to get angry because often lose control, killed whole family in doing so.
Yes,
He went straight there.
we talked about this. You need to bury the lead on the family thing.
I understand.
It's very sad.
It's very sad.
You don't lead with that.
Yes, that's all we're saying. It's just,
Okay.
but
To be fair, he didn't lead with it. It was like part 2.
It's very sorry. It's not as I will say. It is not sad anymore.
no, it's
No,
no, it is
no,
very
no.
sad. No, it is very sad. It should be sad. But
Always.
what happened
And-
to your family was a tragedy.
So
Have you always had these
Valder
abilities where
is
you
tragedy. Yes. Was Valder made? I mean, by mother and father, yes, but
You have to be very specific with your
I mean,
questions.
were you given these abilities? Were they created?
I'm not knowing.
Have you always been able to turn into a bear?
I'm not knowing.
Circle back to that. You said that you spoke to a boy that was speaking in riddles.
I was in bed having sixth plate of food.
So he has had dinner.
We're gonna have to clean that up.
It's his own.
And looked over at window, and there is boy just sitting on sill. So I stood up and said, "Why you sit? You climb to second story?" And he just spoke riddle, and then I turned to grab weapon to run him through, and he was gone.
No, I'm with him on this one. That is very creepy.
Do you remember the riddle?
Something about house on cliff, ships and docks, and then house was rocks.
It felt like a location.
Was that the same one you heard, Fenris?
It sounds very similar.
He made it sound very nice and rhyming.
Yeah.
Well, that can't be a coincidence.
Is there a house on the rocks you know of? Or on the...
Yeah.
I'm assuming
No,
the riddle means nothing to me.
No.
It's too big a coincidence they both had the same
That's
incident.
And they're both
They both
shapeshifters.
Yes, I'm saying.
Yep.
It is very,
That's a good term.
very interesting.
I wonder if Fizzlewick likes riddles. If Fizzlewick, over here, real quick, please, sir.
You realize I'm running the bar, eh, Sonny Jim?
You see Elias. Elias look at Tobias and go, "You mouth."
This will probably just take a minute. Just please.
Okay.
It's a riddle.
Yes. What's up?
I guess I try to recite the riddle the best I can from memory.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
That's your strong suit, right?
Always a good move for a barbarian. Let's see.
Well, given the fact that I have a -2.
No.
Oh,
Is that
gosh.
all?
I've seen lower. This could still happen.
Valder's
So
okay. He can do it.
Just a straight
Yeah,
intelligence
Valder's
check.
pretty smart.
Yeah.
Practically a genius comparatively.
It was almost a natural 20, but instead
Whoa.
the total
Oh.
Oh.
Almost. Yeah.
6. It was
Maybe
right
on
next to the natural 20.
While they're doing that.
Edges of the canvas.
So
You know,
6.
Valder rolled a 13.
Hey.
Oh no.
Actually, Valder rolled a
No.
natural 18.
Oh, nice.
So
They're not Valder.
So
He did
not
better than
anymore.
me.
Yeah. Sorry.
The funny thing is, neither one of us
So-
are apparently that smart.
No,
Well, I'm
they're
just
not.
saying-
You're not.
so Fizzlewick
So-
comes
Valder's
over
a
and
12
Turpin's
intelligence, thank you.
Nice.
Turpin's like
Above
Turpin wants to
I have a
Turpin wants to
7.
ask Fizzlewick like how well do you know the area? How long you been here in Kywind?
And in Kywind for
Say K in the general area around here.
150 years.
So since the earth was cooling. Yes.
Have you left Kywind
I like
very
that.
much?
Not since I moved here. No.
Is there anywhere that sounds like what that riddle?
He's playing with his lips again, and just
Yep.
doing the weird old man chew.
It mentioned.
Well, first and foremost, let's just throw this out there. Wasn't a very good riddle. I didn't rhyme all that great. But a house on the rocks, certainly a possibility. But thing that's kind of interesting, the inland sea where we actually get all of our water from Inode, it's a lot of cliffs. There's a lot of cliffs there with that inland sea.
Did anyone live there?
Back in the day, I'm sure. Long
Is that-
time ago,
is that
before
near
the
the-
tribals came.
Near the aqueduct or
Could be anywhere on the inland sea. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, they don't call something the inland sea because it's small.
No. It's
It's a very large body of water.
Yeah. Otherwise, they would call it the inland pond.
okay.
Lake, different options.
Huh.
Anyway, your pies of shepherds are on their way. And he stands up and walks over to the bar again.
Thanks, you muddy rump.
Yep,
The third-
don't you forget it.
Well,
That's
that's
a
mildly
huge-
helpful.
That's a huge area to search. I mean, that's just. I mean, and the sea is what, a couple days, 3 or 4 days east.
I'm dying to get away from civilization.
He has been talking about it rather incessantly.
Well, I guess my next question is: is the riddle associated with the mercurial
The
the
M
bad
word.
guys? Yeah, the bad guys right now, because I
Ah.
really
don't-
need to return Franklin to his mother.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I
so this
don't-
is not related.
Not
I-
because it didn't happen. It clearly did, but because it happened both here to Valder at the to Fenris and Valder at the same time. That
Mm-hmm.
Not to say I don't want to help or that I don't appreciate all of you, but like Valder, I think I've had my fair share of cities.
Me liking you already.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying you want to go? You would like to go and at least check that out? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
We have stories back in my homeland of people who ignore signs. And the stories usually don't end well.
No, ignore good omen and you pay price for a long time. Ignore bad omen, you end up dead.
He just points to the big guy.
well,
it's like we're made for each other.
You're punier than me.
It doesn't
But
mean anything. by it.
Probably faster.
I mean,
See-
that's a generally true statement for pretty much anybody.
Yes, unless you're a bear. You're quite fast when you're a bear.
Yeah.
Yes. Not lacking speed. As
I understand if you feel like you need to leave to do this, but I think, and I already pledged myself to help find Franklin.
Yes.
But
As did I.
I wonder if they're related. I don't know.
I don't know. I would
have my
hate to see you
doubts,
go,
but it's possible.
but
Okay.
we will probably be here still should you find nothing and need somewhere to return to.
I'm never coming back to this city again.
Walter,
It's,
I hope you know, on behalf of Turpin and I, that we have deeply appreciated your company and your friendship and your discretion.
Yes.
You have been a wonderful traveling companion, and I too would hate to see you go, but I understand if this is what you want.
Same. Sebastian will be brokenhearted.
Yes, he will be quite upset.
He's probably glad he's not here to say goodbye. He'd just be a big blubbery mess.
And I know how much you enjoy his music.
You hear the as he stands up from the stool and he turns and begins to walk up the stairs and says, am I leaving now?
Okay.
What one drink
for the
before you
group.
go? What together? One last drink together?
Make larger than last time.
Okay.
And he
Deal.
plods upstairs to grab his things.
I'll go buy him the largest flagon
I was gonna
available.
say, do these come in gallons?
Fenris, are you
Gallons.
are you
you
serious
gonna be
about
okay
leaving?
with that?
Fenris, are you really serious?
I think I am.
I can tell you Valder's going. So no stopping him at this point.
It's like I said. It's just the stories. Stories is what our
Yeah.
tribes are made of, and there's too many signs to at least not find something
There's-
out. And it's one thing whenever I think I'm seeing stuff, but I feel like this can't be coincidence. And once again, not like I'm trying to say I don't want to just leave you guys, but
I understand.
I feel like I need some wilderness back in my life, at least for a touch, and maybe maybe sometime down the road we'll cross paths again.
Maybe. I understand. Be safe with that guy. He's a mountain.
No, he's actually. You'll be fine. He's
You'll be
actually.
fine.
He's quite lovely.
I think we'll get along fine.
He only
sure you
tried.
will.
He only tried to eat me once, and
Just
he
the
only
once.
tried to kill Sebastian one time.
You don't have problems like doing your cat thing, right?
To be fair, Sebastian deserved it at the time. I
He
mean,
was.
it's
He
just
did make a rather inappropriate.
I've gotten a lot
joke.
better at it.
Well,
Okay.
if I read anything about how to reduce your pain, I'll let you know. Maybe we'll find each other someday.
Yeah.
just
You
not
can-
turn into
I
a
would-
cat.
Very much appreciate that.
It's-
Yeah.
Have you tried not turning into a cat?
Yes,
Um,
and usually it's hard to say, but
You hear the
mine's
creaking
more-
coming back down.
yeah, mine's more adrenaline based, and
Mm.
sometimes it just happens.
happens.
Or if I try resisting it for too long, then the next time when I do it is worse.
This
Yeah,
is
well,
this is going to sound trite, but I hope you know how sincere I am when I say this. I understand what you mean.
Fenris,
Well.
you're a good man.
May the demons shudder when they should anyone cross you, too.
Hear, hear.
I like that one. I have to remember that.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
You don't know
Valder,
everything, but I appreciate it.
Valder,
He comes around the corner.
I bought you the big one.
He takes it and just drinks and drinks and drinks and
Give it a
drinks
minute.
and drinks.
You're going to have to
Hey.
stop.
Comes down.
To-
It's run into his beard. He lets out this massive belch.
well, I for one will say
Shingles
to
fall off the roof.
friends.
Yes, to friends.
To friends.
Could you please
To new
help-
companions.
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely. Would
Yeah.
you be so kind as to make sure that our new friend Fenris here is protected and well taken care of? And
No harm come to Kitty.
thank you.
You're good at that.
Yes,
Kitty.
I like.
Miss you, big guy.
I like cats.
He gives Kit fancy
Cal,
feast.
Cal is like mid sip and literally spits into his drink again.
No, Fenris, without you, we wouldn't have made it. Thank you.
Yes.
You're
we
not only
appreciate your
a brave man.
friendship.
Wow.
Nice.
I appreciate that.
Oh, my brain is broken. Yeah, you know, I
Would
just
have
did
told
my
you
head.
that long ago.
You know, I just did in my head. It goes,
What?
soon we'll be able to catch Bear and Kitty. Moose and Squirrel, Bear and Kitten. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're good.
Bad.
Boulder, I sincerely hope we see each other again.
Okay.
You need to work on social cues, big guy. But all right. Do you want to stay in? I can't believe I'm going to say this. Do you want to stay and hear Sebastian play one more time?
No.
We have yet to meet the Sebastian. I'm anxious to meet him.
Oh, he's quite
He's amazing.
something.
Would he be a good resource to talk about to look for the child?
Would he know anything more,
No.
potentially?
No.
No.
Puniest man you've ever met.
Oh.
He's good
Things
at a
like
few things.
Gorl.
Geography
He's
is-
like Squirrel.
He's Harry?
Yes.
More than you know.
Yes.
Okay.
You forgive
Much
me.
thanks for getting me this far.
Yes.
When
Anytime.
finally come to land of my clan, I will strike your names into stones.
Is that a threat?
That sounds like a
No,
compliment
that was
to
a
me.
compliment. It was
Oh.
clearly a compliment.
Oh, clearly. Yeah, clearly.
Well, So you see Elias drink his drink, and then he stands and he says, "I must admit, I am quite tired from expending all that magic at the market. I will be sure. I think I'm going to retire early, and I will send Sebastian down."
Good night, Elias.
Yes.
Farewell, purple friend.
He comes close and he claps Balder on the shoulder and says, "You are more than anyone thinks you are. Never forget."
My thanking you.
Safe travels.
Farewell.
So he goes upstairs.
Well, Kitty,
Bear.
let us go find small child.
So as he begins to leave, the last thing the group will hear Fenris ask is, "So you're from the north?"
Yes,
I think my father spent some time up north.
interesting. Let
That
us
was
speak
awesome.
of these things.
They're brothers.
Yeah. A little crossbreeding going on, but that's weird.
Oh man.
I can teach you how to strike names into stone.
Looking forward to it.
And as the two of them begin to
Yep.
venture out
Bye, we
of
bye.
the city,
Say bye.
they actually reach the gates. They are allowed through without much questioning by the
Yeah,
guard.
they're like, "Yep, no, get out."
Yes, please.
Please leave.
And as the portcullis slams shut, they walk out. And it's not but 20 or 30 paces before they look around and actually see the small child once again,
It's fast.
who then approaches and once more looks at the two of them and says, "There was a house in a field on the side of a cliff, and the waves crashing below were just said to be a myth. So they ignored the warnings from the ships at the docks. Now the house on the cliff is the wreckage on the rocks." And then he turns and begins to walk into the wild.
That's the kid. And that's
That's dope.
Literally goosebumps
That's
for
cool.
no.
You know what? Forget our stuff. Let's follow them. They're
Yeah.
yeah,
Screw these other losers.
Balder and Fenris are the campaign. Buddy.
Yeah, I need Bear and Kitty. Like,
Oh, it's Calvin and Hobbes.
it's the
Oh,
bromance
man.
no one knew that we needed.
for the audience who doesn't quite understand, Balder was a character that I previously played in a different moment. So it's just really fun to see Brendan take that character and
Yeah.
nail him.
Yeah, when when I said
Definitely.
that
you.
he tried to eat me, that was
That was a real story.
Yeah.
that was
happened.
Andrew trying to eat me.
It wasn't trying as much as it just happened.
Yeah. So it is
Roll the
with
dice.
great pleasure and a little bit of sadness that we both welcome and bid adieu to Gunnar, our very
Yep.
first guest of the Fireside Fables. Dude,
Woo!
you're a
Excellent.
rock star. I
Yeah,
know
that was
that it's
awesome.
super
Very good.
late where
That was
you're at.
Awesome.
So
So good.
thanks for hanging in there. We really appreciate you. And for the benefit of the rest of the group as well, I
Mhm.
think this is a good place as any to call it a night. So thank you so very much for joining us here. And don't worry, we'll see you next time, and we'll save you a spot by the fire.